winning it every session.
And Bart's no slouch either. He's a really good cash game player. He's been teaching it for years. Pay attention to what he does if you want your cash game to improve. And he just calls with queens. And I think it's because he knows Alex pretty likely to be squeezing there. He doesn't want to chase him out of the pot. And Torelli does manage to flop a pair. But my guess is he's going to rep this ace regardless.
Ace just always comes to the...
Bart's probably not folding for just one bet. The problem is he knows whether he's up against an ace or not. He's going to be facing more barrels.
I also noticed that Sean Deeb immediately to Bart Hansen's right is paying very close attention to how he is playing.
Two very good players. You would behoove yourself to pay attention.
And what a turn for Alec Torelli.
Torelli went from bluffing to being able to value bet in the turn of one card.
That is a nice gear to shift into. From hoping to knowing.
Yeah. And that's a bad card for Bart because it's a diamond. Puts more wheel possibilities out there. But it looks like a bad card for him, which is good. And Bart's got no diamond, no straight draw. This is a big bet from Torelli, who's probably convinced himself at this point that Bart's got an ace and will call this big bet. And even if Bart calls here, I think there's very few rivers he'll call on.
Well, Hansen's not done with this hand yet. He calls the 3,200. Over 11K in the pot as we go to the river.
That board doesn't get much worse for either hand.
All in.
Hansen checks and Torelli is all in.
Hey, TK, are we getting pizza?
Pizza dude!
I just want like sausage on there or something.
Order a Hawaiian and watch all these East Coasters' heads explode. Bart gets away from it. Well done.
You got away with him there.
I think Alec could have played the exact same way if he was bluffing.
Nobody ever believes me. I believe you.
I would fold there every single time, but I would be wrong a lot.
Matt can confirm I believe you. 2 believers. 3 believers. He folded.
How much is it? I'm not kidding.
Like 20 grand.
Seriously, how much is it?
Oh, this is going to be great TV. Please record this.
Poker Night in America at Turning Stone Resort. He's Joe Stapleton, I'm Chris Hansen, and these are poker players.
Yes, they are. Some of them, at least. I'm not going to say which ones aren't. Straddle's on, Mac Lance.
My bad.
Putting in $100 blind. He'll be last to act pre-flop.
Ace of club with it.
And with Sean Deeb raising, this is very likely to be a Glance-Deeb battle. I love this online qualifier. It's like he was eating a jar full of honey and fell face down in a barbershop.
Well, Dominic actually does grow his hair out and then cuts it off for locks of love. He can't donate the beard hair, though.
Thank God for that.
I would actually be like a recipient for that. I would take that donated beard hair. I can't grow one.
Do you think he can donate the food from it?
What do you start this hand with?
I think 5. Maybe a little more. 55.
Hold on.
All right. As you suggested, a Glance-Deeb all-in battle is brewing.
I'm really rooting for Matt this hand. I swear to God.
I can beat that.
Oh, there's a queen dead. I'm against 2 queens.
Queen of heart, queen of heart.
Jack.
So Glance outflops
How do you have
Deeb.
2 queens with a dead queen?
I didn't even know there was a dead queen. I didn't see that.
Really?
Yeah, Travell exposed him to the gun.
I didn't see
I'm
it.
not a fan of all these Freddie Mercury jokes. The man was an icon.
I know he's got queens.
Jack is not good enough on the end.
You have queens, you win.
I don't have queens.
Then you have a flush.
You moved on. I don't have queens, I swear.
You have a flush then.
No, I do not have a flush. Tommy, do I have a flush? I don't have a flush.
I just have a jack.
Okay. You're probably gonna win.
I got it in good for once.
He came back.
Tommy got this.
You got it in with a dead queen. That is so big.
You're probably gonna win because I got queen jack, right?
Hey guys, can we just go back for a second because the online qualifier totally got denied a fist bump twice. Check this out. High fives all around. Oh, denied. Oh, twice. Oh man, what you want, Grizzly Adams? You know, Glance totally did that on purpose. He was like, not you.
He's that kind of guy.
Look, his social experiment. I bet if he didn't have that beard, he would have got the fist bump.
400.
Glance got this started with ace-queen. You made it 400. Joe McKeon called. Richard Anthony called. The three players are going to the flop. And McKeon pulls ahead, making a pair of kings.
Glance is going to continue.
900.
Perfect spot to just call. McKeon probably loving this spot with top pair.
Can you add onion rings, fried goat cheese, and meatloaf?
On pizza? Oh, what a time to be alive.
What kind of an order was that?
By the way, Matt Glance just very quietly turned the nuts. So when I said McKeon's probably loving this spot, now not so much. Still don't think he can fold top pair. Oh man, what a great card for McKeon on the river. That's gonna save him some money. I think if Glance even reduces his bet sizing, McKeon can't really call anymore.
31.
Show bluff.
Ace high's good.
Guess the other card's a queen, huh? You suck out on the turn, buddy.
How bad is that river?
Not good for you.
Obviously. Such a river.
It is amazing how these players can pick up on every single hand that the others are playing. It's amazing.
Got me to fold a hand. Congratulations.
Just when you think that you've got the game figured out, watch this and then think, yeah, there's another level to get to.
I mean, I've got the game figured out, but that's with whole cards.
Stupid not sell like 2-3%, you know?
Actually, even then, probably not so good.
And that's
I
just
felt like
assuming everyone's
So it looks like we might see Cristiano finally play a hand. He's got ace-king under the
Especially because
gun.
like first place has so much extra value that
Yeah,
you get.
exactly. First
So
place
you're
is
gonna
worth-
get.
Sweat, little
So if
First
you're
place
not
is
getting
worth
first,
the difference in money.
225 is the raise.
I would like
fold to him.
give someone second place money to take first almost. What are you losing, like 2 million?
You make way more than that in sponsorship down the road.
Yeah.
And like notoriety.
So, I mean, yeah.
You want to be able to play for first even more than.
Yeah, but Joe doesn't want to win it because then
I'd rather
he would
less.
have
I'd
to
rather not care about the money at
dress
all.
nicer to get sponsorship.
That's for sure like the way to play.
Yeah.
Especially if everyone knows that too. Like
Javel Thomas calls.
7 hand, they know you're literally playing for first.
You're
nothing.
like, I already
It's winner
sold
take all the
100%
yeah.
myself at ICM.
Oh, hello there,
If I did
Sean
something like
Deeb.
that, I would never tell people.
Jeez, everybody's got a hand.
If Sean Deeb calls, I will eat this pen.
Rep told me about the bubble today. I
Knew
was
there's
like,
no way that was going to be
a
happening.
direct left.
1,200 is the raise.
I could never say flop. Finally had a hand.
Can I take half?
Looks like Bart Hansen's maybe eaten a pen or two in his day. He could be suspecting that Sean maybe could be a little light here.
I don't think he saw it.
Oh,
29.
I don't want half.
Bart, 4-betting, king, queen, turning his hand into a bluff, hoping to take this down pre-flop. It looks strong as hell, I'll say that much.
Mine's extra 10, yeah.
I started with 9,000.
I would have 3-bet, but it was him not open.
Back to Cristiano. I mean, now you got ace-king. You were the first raiser.
Two pair.
With all this action behind you, I mean, that's awfully tough.
That was impressive.
I mean, it's really hard to think ace-king is in good shape here after there's been a 4th bet. But these guys are maniacs.
Wait, was
I
there
think
an
if I qualified and I was playing with somebody else's money, I might just ship it in here, close my eyes, and pray.
The Jack 5 call, that was insane.
Wow, he's going to let it go.
Both of you guys want to buy my hand.
So Bart got one better hand to fold. But Cristiano, we know, is playing pretty tight. Sean Deeb, not as tight. He is loose. He is loose like the pants in a weight loss ad after photo.
Huh?
You would have definitely bought my hand.
You knew his hand?
Both, both probably.
Only.
There you go.
Bart gets ace-king to fold and ace-jack jams on him. Blah. See ya.
2 jacks?
Smell you later.
Not a pair, but ace king.
Oh my God. How does Sean do it? How does he do it? Sean knows how to play poker, guys. If you haven't figured that out yet.
This is why I'm down, because he's to my left.
Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night in America.
This is why I'm down, because he's to my left.
Yeah, that's why you're down. It's not because
We will hit pause for day 2 here from Turning Stone. Seat 1, Richard Anthony, was doling out the money so far.
Nice one, Dick Tony. Let's focus for a second on the qualifier. Dominic Cristiano came in with 5,000, is now up over $5,000. Well done, him. Next time, Rep Porter and Mike Dentale join the table, and one of them is mildly rude to the waitstaff.
I always say thank you.
Tune in to see whose drink gets spit in. And the gang plays a little blind man's bluff.
For more Poker Night in America, go to pokernight.com to see unedited live streams and complete episodes. For Joe Stapleton, I'm Chris Hansen. We'll see you next time here on Poker Night in America.
How do you have 2 queens with a dead queen?
I didn't even know there was a dead queen. Wasn't paying attention.
Queens, you win.
I don't have queens, I swear.
You have a flush then.
No, I do not have a flush. Tommy, do I have a flush? I don't have a flush.
I just have a jack.
Okay. You're probably gonna win.
I got it in good for once.
I only got this.
Queens. You got it in with a dead queen. That is so bad. You were too happy with your hand that I knew I did not win. Like, it was, glance is a pillow.
I didn't see the Swiss card, actually. I'm glad I didn't. Wow.
So awful at poker.
From Turning Stone Resort in upstate New York, this is Poker Night in America. Welcome to Poker Night in America. I'm Chris Hansen, along with a guy who only buys shoes in half sizes. He's Joe Stapleton. We're back at Turning Stone Resort in upstate New York.
Hello, my babies. Coming up tonight, if you like playing poker with just one eye open, have we got the show for you? It's a couple of rounds of blind man's bluff. Things get a little weird.
We continue day 2. A couple of players who were with us on day 1 are now sitting back down. Rep Porter in seat 2 and Mike Dentale in seat 5.
The big loser so far is the guy with 2 first names, Richard Anthony. You suspect, Dick. You suspect.
I don't know. I just saw the 5 deuce a minute ago.
Put the tender down, Sean. You're a dad.
It made me sad when you showed me the 5
Lines are
deuce.
25 and 50.
Huh? I said it made me sad when you showed me the 5 deuce.
You thought you were going to win with the 3 when I checked back?
Most of the players taking advantage of the optional $100 straddle under the gun.
Thank you, Jill. He doesn't say it, but I will.
Thank you, Joe.
I always say thank you.
I didn't hear it.
Didn't that time.
She didn't serve it yet.
She's not the server.
300.
Come on, just we could gamble.
Maybe she just came by to learn about your website.
Deep out of the small blind makes it 825.
Followupbet.com?
825.
I don't know that website. I thought we were
Come
talking
on,
about the
son.
shoe fetish site.
You're ahead.
I'm not. How much is it?
Yeah.
Such a weak slow roll.
I know, come on, bro.
It's 800 to call D. This is your opportunity to fold.
I know, like you wouldn't fold 5 deuce here, bro.
Just telling you.
I have worse than 5 deuce.
And you have to, he'd have to flip first too.
I have deuce 7.
He has to
Oh,
flip
no.
his hand first.
Sean Diva setting up a...
One.
I have deuce 7.
I look at
Deuce 7 of clubs.
You better one. I got Jack 10 of heart.
No, you don't.
What you think I got?
You do not have Jack 10 of hearts.
Well, Travell's flopped pretty good.
4 clubs.
Flat out. First, it's going to be a ripped card.
And T
4 clubs now?
only can hit an ace
my
on the
God,
river.
man.
and
I have the nut low.
does.
I cannot win.
You win, bro.
It's 2-4.
I got queens.
Yeah. Okay, you win.
Bro, I know you win the hand, bro. I know you win, bro. River the
Okay, we'll take one of those and all 3.
Fuck the River's an ace.
He always gets the perfect.
Of course the River's an ace. It wasn't I knew he was doing it, so whatever.
I was doing it pre-flop. How do you know I was doing it?
I knew you hit
You
the
think
ace, bro.
ace-9 offsuit was my slow run?
I knew you hit the ace.
Go time.
You were well aware.
won that without a showdown?
Was there 5,000 in that pot, Sean?
He only had 1,600, I know.
Sad.
Tom Canuli with Queen 9 suited.
I have to win the
Another
pot, not just
November
play it.
Niner. Along with this guy, Joe McKeon.
Those,
You may
first
have
two
heard of him.
bottles
He's
of wine.
become famous.
We got 5 bottles.
You got 5. Was it 4 of Camus?
Oh, okay. She had 5 bottles of Camus only.
Oh, really?
She found 5 downstairs.
Awesome.
And so I told her just to leave them all. Because you would drink it.
Yeah.
Wow, we've got some top shelf
We have a
wine
cooler
that
with
is
us.
coming to the table.
Come on, guys. We all know you're not drinking bottles of wine. You're drinking boxes.
Brett, where are you going back to?
Wine tastes better at right
Where do I go
angles.
back to? Like, where do I live?
Yeah.
Seattle.
Seattle?
Torelli, Canuli, and Deeb. Sounds like a bad law firm going to the flop.
Oh, man, get the popcorn. This is going to be a Blues Brothers style car crash, and Sean Deeb is going to be the Illinois State Police.
I knew you had it on the flop. That's what done it.
Torelli is kicking off the pile up with an $800 bet. Sean Deeb doesn't have the worst hand, but he has 0% chance of ending up the winner. And I think he could certainly raise here, despite the fact that he's drawing dead. It's a draw-heavy board. Folks are very likely to have some kind of piece, especially with a bet and a call already in front of them.
So the number is 3,300 from Deeb, back to Torelli. If you listen carefully, you can actually hear the tap dancing coming out of Alec Torelli's brain.
I'm glad you came to the same conclusion I did, that
He reloaded 125.
he is just tanking here, so he doesn't seem too excited.
125 more.
Take your time, play it cool, don't get the chips in too fast.
Well, the question is, does Torelli want to keep both Canuli and Deeb interested here?
He's gonna flat here. If he tanks this long and then raises, it looks
the
super
trade
strong,
since
but
they
yeah,
sat
he wants Canuli to call behind.
No
You
longer
survive the
running
turn,
trade
and then you
since
eliminate one
I
of them.
arrived.
I mean, if it's a good turn, you don't want to eliminate anyone. All right, Alec, I think you've sold it. Now you're just wasting
I'll
our
still
time.
give you 100 to trade.
Nah.
He finally has made his decision, and that decision is to call.
Hard decision. It's worth more than 100.
And with the odds he's getting and a draw on one end to the nuts, I don't think Canuli can fold. 2,500 to win 8,500.
Their block liquidity desk when they went into the institutional sales.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
What years are we talking about?
I was there.
Oh, baby.
Started in January '99. I worked 304.
Okay.
So
This pot was barely over $1,000 pre-flop, and now we're at 11,000.
Original traders on that desk.
This big one to rewatch.
And that's it. Canuli and Deeb are drawing dead. And unfortunately for Deeb, he's going to think that he just turned the absolute World's Fair.
He's frying fish at this moment.
He's opening a chain of franchises.
Oh, okay. So like right as I was.
Look at that. Everybody
Leaving
plays
that
it
world.
slow on the turn. And Canuli, of course, he just has queen high, but the two boats out there playing it slow.
What's this? That
ended
blue
up,
drink.
uh,
Incredible
back in
health.
poker.
What is in that?
Kind of
And I
like
think
that.
Torelli's got a bet here. Doesn't want to risk he can get two checks behind.
It kept going well. And so I eventually
85?
looking for something.
8,500.
8,500. And how long have you been a pro?
Well, I played when I was in college for
Stupid
7
hand.
years. And then I went and worked for SIG for 6 years. And then I played since, I left there in 04.
I will be so impressed if Deeb's able to fold this. I mean, he is losing the jacks. He's losing the jack 10,
I feel like it's Helmuth hand all over again.
losing the 10-7, sevens.
I'm probably like 20% tournaments, 80%
But his
cash.
hand's just so strong.
The tournaments, really high variance.
Yeah, I don't think he can realistically fold that.
Threes. Yeah, I
And
played-
once again, we said it earlier, Alec Torelli is nothing but strong when he plays on Poker Night in America. I see nothing changing my opinion of that play. For more from Poker Night, visit pokernight.com or find us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can see complete episodes and unedited live streams. Thanks for coming back to Turning Stone Resort, our stop tonight on Poker Night in America.
Used to be a little more. And then the games there got a little smaller. And I started
Knew he
playing
was
a little
voting
bigger.
the turn. He wanted to
No
keep it.
surprise, Alec Torelli's stacking chips. That seems to be all he does on this show.
Dentali up to 250 with
Oh, I also
queens.
found out that you had the nut
and
flush.
jacks.
Top set at the end.
And we can't.
You fold the top set, too?
Mixed games.
Yeah.
Oh,
and when you
why
flop
not?
the
Throw Ace King into the mix.
All poker's greatest hits.
Now we just had like
you
6,
run it
7
pretty good.
suited who'd want to get priced in.
11. Re-raise.
Well, it's going to be tough for 6-7 suited to get involved now since Sean Deeb's just made it 1,100.
I think the big bet games, there just aren't enough of them anymore that are high enough stakes.
Sick thing about it, I wasn't even going to play this hand. That's the funny thing about it.
Yeah, right.
Because I knew once you lose a hand, you guys, like, this kid's raising me 100%. How can we always do that, right? When we lose a big pot, we raise the next hand?
Because you wake up with queens?
Be responsible.
Joe, you drinking one?
Red.
You want yours right now?
Yes.
This for everybody. This for everybody, right?
Bart's having it. Yeah.
I want one.
Yeah.
Is it enough?
Yeah. We got a lot of
Why,
bottles.
thank you. So Dentale just calls, which I like.
Mike, you getting one?
Deeb could easily be re-raising with garbage, and you don't want to chase him out. In this case, he isn't.
Stick it in me, dealer. Lovely.
Is Dentale for real? You know why I think he's called Dentale? Because there's something wrong with his mouth.
How much?
I don't even know.
And I don't hate the all-in protection shove here. He could certainly get called by jacks. He might get called by ace-10. He could get called by a draw. McKeon does call him with the worst
Ace,
hand.
king of
Deep
diamonds?
gets out of the way.
I have queens.
Show the hands.
Sean, who else needs wine? Where's
And it's a queen on the river.
Nice speech, buddy.
McKeon needed to hit a jack. Did not.
That was a crazy speech you put on there with that hand. I knew what'd you say? I knew that.
I wasn't even gonna play this hand.
I wasn't gonna play his hand. King.
I think we should choose the card to show, though.
No.
I think it's more fun that way.
Yeah. Well, we'll do an orbit
more
each.
fun
if you do it
No,
after
not
the
a
flop.
orbit each, bro. No, bro. I'm stuck. I need to get back even.
Okay, so everyone's
What was
playing
that?
with one
So
card
What did
up.
you fold? I'm sorry.
5 of spades.
Of course, Deeb's got a pair.
Sorry. He's mucking him anyways. I was trying to help him out.
All I see is ace king.
Richard Anthony makes it 400.
It's so full of bluffness. It's amazing.
He's got an ace showing.
That's not a bluff.
I think I have a super edge on this game.
The sick thing is, it's the.
My
it's
mind
funny,
is
you
just
think
so
that every
creative.
time, and you're always wrong.
My
so
mind is just working so
You're making me want to
creative.
play this game more.
I'm
Mikey.
calling 400 with a 6.
Strong. Nothing's as strong as Sean with
You know what's cool, though? If he would have raised,
to his left.
I would have been tilted.
Put the king in the sunset there. So.
I want to say when Sean limp calls with a 4 showing, his hands
Just
kind
put
of
3
face up,
sixes
but
out there.
it is kind of face up.
Well, he's now
don't
got
like
a
this
set of
game anymore.
4s
Got a pair.
or a pair of 4s showing.
Torelli's flopped an up and down draw. Nobody else has got much of anything.
Check.
What is step 4 in Alcoholics Anonymous?
Said bargaining, reasonings. What are the ings?
Alex, you play a lot of poker, or just do you write articles? What do you do?
I do a lot of things.
Fourthsteppoker.com. Go there.
God, I'm just losing money constantly.
Wonder why.
Listen, before I have you double me up again, relax
This
there.
game could get really weird.
I gave you
This game can get really
We
weird.
both didn't catch
I think
it.
Sean's going to raise here a lot.
Joe McKeon, my buddy. Let's have this on film that Joe McKeon is my buddy. I do like him. Not.
29.
I'll let him speak for himself.
I mean, he can just play such mind games with a 4 showing.
This game is so silly.
It's not silly. You need some brain power here, bro.
Do you have any extra you can donate, Mike?
Right now, this is like
Stop.
some real heavy thinking here, man.
Do you even think, bro?
I feel like Alex is capped right now compared to Sean.
I already know Sean's hand by one thing, and I'll wait till the hand ends before I say it.
Can I bet that you get it wrong, please?
All right, how much you want to bet?
Can we bet
$25?
$100 bucks?
$25.
25.
25, all right.
I thought you didn't bet.
Now I do.
I'll bet a quarter with you, Mikey.
The good news is it's a wine pot now. I forgot about that.
This is the wine pot.
It's a $325 rake all of a sudden.
Board pairs to give Deeb a full house.
This is going to be a huge pot.
Huge.
Just by that card. Huge.
Huge. Actually, I'm not sure how much bigger this pot gets. Torelli's going to know he could be drawing dead now, which he is.
4,000.
He is drawing deader than Robert Kirkman. That's the guy that draws the okay, you got that
Got
one.
it,
Okay.
yeah. Tom Canuli in between Torelli and Dentale looks like he might be turning as we speak.
Brains.
No queen jack, I guess.
Hold up, we gotta bet on.
No queen jack for Alec.
Are we betting on Sean's other card, right, Mikey? What do you think it is?
$25.
I do not have the show.
$25. Come on.
Was it 325 rep for the wine?
Yeah.
$25. What card does he
This
have?
is no good. Sean he's
Sean
too
had,
smart for
this
this
is
game.
this is for the camera. Sean had Jack Bulls.
Here you go. You can play them if you want.
What does he do?
You're gonna have to just
Back
go
at
boom,
Turning
boom,
Stone
boom.
Resort on Poker Night in America. He's Joe Stapleton. I'm Chris Hansen. There's wine at the table,
lead
and I
every time
still
with
don't have
nine.
any up here.
Just wait till the next bad beat. There's gonna be lots of wine at the table. Meh.
I can't be hidden anymore.
They're playing one card up here
it's really
recently,
good,
and that's where we're at.
That's six.
I have the
You thought it was
biggest
good as soon as I
card.
started limping hands, then you thought about it.
I have the biggest card right now. They can fold to me. I can just go all in and literally never get
What's that,
called.
Mark? I'm missing. It ain't the deuce. I'm missing hands.
This is the only card that's relevant. Right
He's
here.
ambitious.
Oh, you have
This is the
a
only one
king?
that's relevant, yeah.
For sure, the hand
all
review
in.
should come from the one up, no limit hold'em.
How much is it? I'm not kidding.
Like 20 grand.
Seriously, how much is it?
Oh, this is gonna be great TV. Please record this.
Oh, yeah. Record it, please.
Slightly over 20, Tommy. No, 20,225, sorry.
I call.
He has kings, bro. You sick bastard.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he died.
It's on you.
It's on you.
Oh my God, he's only calls out sixes. I
two
fold.
nines?
No, sixes.
Flipping. I have the ace of diamonds with it.
What do you want to do?
Run it twice. You for real? Show me your 9 and I'll believe
Of course,
it.
he has nines. I mean, I can't.
Run it
Nine,
twice or?
Yeah, two
Okay, twice.
I think I'd call it with 2 nines there too.
Wow, you really did that. All right, I'm not gonna.
You're
You
surprised
made
I
a
have that
good,
good a hand?
you made a good call.
Maybe this is wrong because I literally only get called by pairs. but
So we're gonna run it twice.
we can both make straights. That's fine. I'm not picky.
Nine's holding so far. McKeon picks up Jax's outs.
You guys pay for the other bottle of wine as well.
I'm out
The
of
six
that.
works.
Nah,
There's only one six
Twenty
left.
straight.
There's only 1 6 left.
that's one for you. That's a good river for me though.
So Tom
it is.
Canuli wins the first run out. If he wins the second, he scoops the whole pot.
Should win this
There was
one.
no aces or kings out pre.
And no diamonds, yeah. Should win this.
As an ace on that flop,
You got a
very
club?
likely Joe
He's got a
McKeon
club.
is going to win this
Yeah, but
second
there's a
run
lot
out,
of
and they're going to
clubs
chop this pot.
Your 9's left.
There's one left.
9.
Ah.
No nine, so they're going to chop this up.
What am I supposed to do with this hand?
I don't know.
After I like play it like this, like, I limp in. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
You see what I'm saying?
I just got in the 40K pot.
Both Canuli and
got
McKeon,
ace
members
king
of the
I
November
had ace, king,
9.
diamonds, no, I had a king.
Different when
and
you
an ace.
have a 9 and a
As we said earlier, that's the. I'm going to make $1 million in a couple months. I call anyway.
At least $1 million.
Yeah, like I have the worst card on the table. This is not relevant.
Yeah.
Right?
It doesn't count if you play a hand when you have the
Kings
best
and
card.
queens.
That's just taking your advantage.
Luckily, there's only like 3 more of these hands, guys.
I'm just money away.
This is insanity.
What's your card, Mike?
5.
Thanks.
This one and then 3 more.
Yeah, look, I think you like stud a lot if you like this game.
Really? Isn't stud limit? Limit's just so boring.
Nothing but limpers so
limit is not
far.
boring.
Who's going to raise?
I just don't have like the creativity kind of like lacks in it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I know
It's just
who.
kind of like too mathematical and not as creative for me.
Right.
This game is so stupid.
This is incredible.
What's the bet?
1,000.
The whole orange one? The full chip?
He said raise and throw
How
out
do you think this
1,000,
game
Jim
is
Mikey. That's how
stupid?
poker
I mean,
works.
come on, this game is incredibly gamester.
That means that's the bet. Something you might learn if you ever get above 1.5.
You know, not for nothing, you might get a 10 from these lights.
Oh really? Still look white to me. Maybe in November, 'cause I'll
It's
be
not
there.
fun when people play good pre-flop. Then I can't see the flop.
Yeah, we all just want to see the flop. I
Yeah,
just
it's
wanna
like
see the
there has to be a cap pre-flop, otherwise this
No,
game
we
is like.
said it was a cap. We said it should
You
have
want
been
to
a
see
cap.
you want to see a flop? I put my I put 5,000 in with this hand.
You would not put 5,000 in with that hand, bro.
That's the winner.
Tommy, berate him, please.
They both folded the king.
That's the winner, boys.
They both folded the king.
Oh yeah, that's else is true. When you see the king, yeah.
That's even-
That's another
that's
sick
even
part about
better.
this game.
That's better for his hand, right?
How that? That's not better.
Think
for my
about
hand.
it. Look at his other card. I mean, yeah, kid. Yeah, good fold.
The nuts.
I told you, kid. You have the nuts. No one has a king here. No one has a set. All in.
Oh, right now, definitely.
All in. It's all
Really,
yours.
really
Yeah,
sick.
all in.
It's all yours.
Truly a sick game, actually.
Check.
Yeah, this whole one card up thing adds a whole new paint job to things.
I'd rather play blind man's bluff and just show both cards. not know my hand.
So awesome. I really like this game.
All in.
King Jack is the only thing Sean's really worried about. He knows he's very likely to be able to bluff Bart off this hand.
This is so
It'd be
brilliant.
great throw if you have jacks here.
I know. Well, I would have played jacks the exact same way too. It's too bad there was a dead jack.
Especially when you checked on the turn,
On the flop. Why
on the
not?
flop.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, find out what Bart Hansen's final decision is when we return.
Do we seriously just have a cliffhanger? And one involving Chris's brother, Bart Hansen?
It's not my brother. More Poker Night in America when we come back. Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night in America.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America from upstate New York. Let's get back to the action.
They're playing one card up, and Sean Deeb is bet enough to put Bart Hansen all in.
It'd be a great slow roll, though. I give him credit. Like, this is probably the best game to slow roll.
Oh yeah. When the other guy's capped, you know that you can slow roll.
You said jack high?
I really think this could go either way. More levels here than Inception. I mostly think it's going to be folds, but maybe Bart snaps him off.
I do not have a king.
All right, I call.
You have ace check? Yeah. Try to bluff you off that.
You have ace 9, right?
Yeah. Nice then.
Maybe Sean Deeb saying a tad too much.
I think Bart was maybe going to call
I
anyway,
talk too much.
but that sealed the deal.
This is a great game.
Even though Sean Deeb lost
call,
that
by the way.
hand, I think he still likes the game.
So you're saying Sean Deeb likes changing the rules to give himself an advantage?
Our king.
You might have 9-8 though.
I wish I could take credit for like planning out these games I come up with, but it's just the discussion leads to it. There's some people in Vegas who always make jokes. They're never gonna play a game I invent for the first 3 months. Like they're just so afraid that I'm a sharp mind. Like I think I'm good at that stuff, but I'm not the best. There's been versions of a lot of these games that have been formed, but something I've done in Chinese poker is we keep inventing and adding to new games. Keep mashing up games together because, you know, some people like this version of game, some people like that. So we bring the best components of both, we make a better game that everyone likes.
Rich, we suck. We folded
All right, let's stop for the night and take a look at who's the winners and losers. Boy, the people who are losing money are really doing well at it, including Sean Deeb.
Yeah, only 3 losers in this game and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 winners. They're probably pretty happy.
Yeah, but Stapes, it looks like the only thing that Sean Deeb is doing wrong right now is everything, because he's down almost 18K.
I think he's going to have no problem climbing his way out of that hole. I guarantee you by the time this session is over, there's going to be a lot more red arrows. And if his isn't green, it's going to be a much smaller number than that. Next time, we close things out from Turning Stone. But Joe McKeon and Sean Deeb make sure we take it down the home stretch in style, provided you consider giveaway t-shirts to be style.
For more from Poker Night in America, go to pokernight.com to see unedited live streams and complete episodes. For Joe Stapleton, I'm Chris Hansen. We'll see you next time on Poker Night in America.
Sean had this is for the camera. Sean had jack balls. Okay.
Jack balls? Does that mean you have a jack? Is
He had
balls 4?
He had 4 or nothing. That was all a bluff.
I thought you said you know exactly what he had. You got to give me a card. Go ahead, give it.
His card is irrelevant. He had. I feel he did not have. He had like 4 or 5. What are you saying?
I was going to agree with you.
Oh, so now you got it.
Only 4 jack. That's the only hand.
He didn't have 4 jack. He had 4.
From Turning Stone Resort in upstate New York, this is Poker Night in America. This is Poker Night in America. I'm Chris Hansen, happy to be next to Joe Stapleton.
Hello, my babies. It's our last day here at Turning Stone, and just when I was starting to learn everybody's names, but we saved the best for last from John and Alex and Shane.
What do you mean, Joe, Alec, and Sean?
Yes.
Here's what everyone is in for as we continue day 2 at Turning Stone.
Kind of surprised to see this many people in Profitville. And also the biggest surprise is one of the best players at the table, Sean Deeb. He's down almost 20,000.
You have that many winners, somebody's got to fund the losing. And so far, Richard Anthony and Sean Deeb have done that.
Once or twice.
Yeah, the game's just so big.
Yeah, it's so big.
And you just have to get deep so fast. Like,
It's really tough.
They were playing a double draw for a while, the pot limit.
Alec Trelli with aces.
Oh, I never played.
Makes it
I only played
300.
triple draw, like twice, maybe. But I just remember it was like really action. Really
oh,
fun.
yeah.
Position's everything in that game, right?
Yeah. Careful, man.
Or you can play like half pot limit too, right? Half pot
Half
limit.
column's not that good because
Anthony calls with king 10.
kind of ruins the river play a lot.
Two combatants to go against Alec Trelli's aces.
But AC.
And McKeon's flopped pretty dang good here. Flush draw and a straight draw.
Played pot limit, but AC. Very interesting game.
Trelli's going to want to bet this pretty hard. It's a draw-heavy board. You can get lots of action, lots of stuff to do.
It's a split pot game,
It's
right? So it makes it
750
more
into a pot of
interesting.
975.
750.
And we're going heads up to the turn.
Board pairs.
And that's a pretty good card for Alec Torelli. No draws came in. You should be able to bet
said
this
there's only
again
3
for
left,
value.
isn't there?
I think Joe would call on the flop
Got me all
with any
nervous.
pair, but he's not going to have too many fives.
21.
You see this bet's a little bit smaller relative to the size of the pot. And Joe McKeon, he's really impressive. You know, to look at the guy, you want to be a hater. You want to say, oh, you luck box your way to the final table, you luck box your way to the win. I think the kid knows what he's doing.
And it's interesting to look at him. Obviously, this was filmed before the World Series with the exact same look that he had throughout that final table.
Yep, kid just played his game and took home the bracelet, makes his flush on the river.
Mike, give him one of your balls. Looks hungry.
I just drooled in it. I don't think he wants it.
Rep stuck.
Lost 3,000 straight when I sat down, but I doubled up slowly since then.
3,600, the bet from Torelli.
36.
Not exactly the small bet I was expecting, but I guarantee you whatever Alec's doing is right.
Aces.
Gets just a call for McKeon, doesn't get raised, and McKeon's going to ship the whole pot.
And look at the excitement on the young man's face. That's what I like about him, is that he is just always at zero.
So
All this
pure.
gloating and
Kid lives
celebrating,
so
it's really
pure, that's why.
disgusting.
Such a pure living, pure life.
It was a really fun ride. It was very long and grueling, but I ran really good at the end, so I just have a lot of chips. I'm ready to go. I'm waiting every day for November. November 11th. November 11th will be after I win the tournament that you're not going to win.
Ooh, bold prediction. Turns out he was right.
Yeah, I mean, like my range is still pretty wide there, but every once in a while I gotta have
I'm
the
gonna
top
get
of it.
action.
You're gonna have it, yeah.
Every once in a while.
It'll be that once in a while.
That is what you're rooting for.
Here you go. You can play them if you want.
3 bills. Who raised the 3?
Mikey did. It's not me, don't worry.
Oh. 1,000. You're in.
And nobody can see each other's cards now. It's a little different. You can put money chi in the middle.
I don't know. Mikey can probably turn him over if he feels like it.
We got ace king versus tens versus sixes versus queen jack. We got 4 very playable hands.
You guys want to put on the last person folds has to show game after this hand?
Oh yeah, I forgot that. I would have done that the whole time.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Everyone agrees after the hand.
Unless it's like pre-flop in the big blind or something.
Well, that's whatever.
Yeah.
It's even if, what's it matter?
Yeah, it just slows down the, yeah, whatever.
I forgot to call this hand. I wanted to play. Oh, now I'm happier I folded.
Bart is handcuffed yet again.
And Richard Anthony, the look on his face says it all, thinking, this has been me all day. Putting money into the pot and having to fold.
Now, Mike Tintali is probably not loving the fact that he's looking at calling $12,550, but this is kind of what you want.
Right away, it would be Mikey this hand. I wish we did a one hand earlier.
I know, it would have been so much. So
You want Deeb to blast off, and you want to be able to call him with a very strong hand. Deeb could certainly be doing this with worse than ace-king.
Once or twice.
So Tintali makes a call. They're racing,
Oh, yeah.
like Xbox versus PlayStation. One of these two hands has a slight mathematical advantage.
Oh, he flipped his hand. Hey. I'll take 400 on the ace king.
We're gonna run it twice, though.
Twice.
You gotta win both boards to scoop the pot. 10's looking pretty good on this first flop. Deeb's just got to fade. An ace or a king on the river.
There's no way I'm winning the second one.
I think there's a chance.
So Dentale needs to have his ace-king come in on the second board here.
Ace-king's more likely to win this
The
time.
chop. And as they say, Sean Deeb now is free-rolling the second board.
There's an ace on the flop.
Deeb needs a 10 on the Turner River.
There's a king and a jack in there. All right, there's a 10 of hearts in there.
And it doesn't happen, and so they're going to chop it up.
That's a chop.
All right, so we're on for the.
Yeah, is everyone down with that? You too, Mikey?
What?
The last person in the hand has to fold face up?
The guy who concedes the pot, not the winner.
Are you good with that, bud?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're in with that?
We're going to take a quick break here on Poker Night in America. If you're not back by the time the last card hits the button, we will fold your hand.
For more from Poker Night, visit pokernight.com or find us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can see complete episodes and unedited live streams.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America from upstate New York. You know, I grew up 90 minutes from here. My mom's going to cook everyone dinner.
Poker Night in America at Turning Stone Resort, Verona, New York.
Ace-king and-
He's Stapes.
Not ace-king, put
I'm
an
the
ace
guy
down
without
and
the cool
just
nickname,
go
Chris
for all the
Hayes.
value.
The Hants.
I just don't think that's going to stick.
I thought about trying
I mean, we can put it out there, but I just don't think it's going to stick.
My entire career is based on making things stick that shouldn't.
I could go for the value.
Kings for Alec Torelli.
Like, for instance, I'm trying to make Lady Queens stick as a nickname for kings. I mean, man queens. See, I can't even get my own thing right.
Yeah, I'm such a. Should be going all in here.
If it's not for me, but if it's for him, put it there.
It's for you too.
No, I'm okay.
If you want one.
See, this is why I should have went on there. Dude, this seat is just got to be the worst seat in the history of seats.
And Sean Deeb is 3-betting with 2 10s.
Seriously. That's me on steroids when I'm playing 5-10. Mike, can you complain here with me a little bit here? Oh, no, you're up, so you're going to complain. You're eating balls and you're up.
Excuse me?
Meatballs. There's a catering table just offset.
Just tap it and
And
that's
the
a
players are getting up to go and fetch.
I see.
That
makes way more sense.
Oh, because you would have.
If everyone folded, I was going to fold too.
3250.
My cards, you would have got to see my cards. I might have been slightly out of line. I apologize if so.
Is that a call?
Oh, boy, I knew there was no way he was folding. I didn't know he was going to get it in. It's Domination
What do you want
Nation.
to do?
Twice fine.
We're going to run it twice. There's been at least 1 10 folded.
Nut spade, that second nut spade.
2 turns out.
Oh, that was me.
Do you have hearts?
He does
It's gonna
not.
be pretty tough for
I
Sean
can
Deeb when
promise
he
he
needs
does
a
not have
jack.
10 hearts.
The first of
Oh, we
2
have the same
boards.
suits?
Don't you
Goes to
breathe
Alec
easier when
Torelli.
you win the first one?
Look what I got you.
Yeah, I
for-
guess.
When he says the 10 hearts is dead, I don't like my chance
Look
on
what
the
I
second
got
board.
you, man.
No, I didn't
you were
say
hungry,
it.
man, and I.
Oh, this is going to be a tough one for 10s to win.
You know,
He is
I should
drawing
go
dead.
through your favor, you know.
Sean Deeb.
I appreciate you looking out for
not
me.
going
putting
well.
that bet in.
No, he was stuck 17K coming into play. He just lost another 15. Yikes.
Nice hand, Alec.
Thanks.
Okay, there's one more
Lucky
lucky.
spot.
Fed.
You got your 2 balls.
There's a lot more that goes into the hand than simply the specific cards you have. A lot of it is about the situation as well. And in this spot, I don't think you could blame Sean for going broke here. I could easily be raising with a lot of hands, and so that makes him more prone to going all in to defend against the times I'm bluffing. And so I don't blame him at all for going in with 2 10s. It was really unfortunate that I had 2 kings, and sometimes you find yourself in a good situation where you capitalize.
I feel like some people didn't play like poker in between.
Most of them like didn't want to coach. They're just like, oh, I play my game. Like that's what. No offense to you, Tom. It's just like
That
a dumb
seems
thing to do.
insane.
What? Oh, I was just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I was clearly kidding.
I don't know.
I think that seems
I have,
insane.
yeah.
He told me yesterday he's going out to Vegas like 3 weeks earlier to work with them, like one-on-one,
Okay.
which is
I mean,
a
Roger
lot more
Federer
than I'm
has a
doing
coach.
as of right
Yeah.
now.
It's like he's the best
We
player.
are running
Michael
out of
Jordan has a
daylight
coach, you know?
here at
Federer's
Turning
the best
Stone
of them.
tonight. And so if you see maybe people loosening up, that might be wise. The game's going to be coming to end fairly soon.
That's sort of the beauty about poker, though. Poker's like the one game where people wouldn't actually do that. Whereas in other sports, I think it's like so normal for people to
Well, they
to
start
take,
at such a young
to
age.
take that
like,
approach.
They're coached
yeah, to-
before they're the best. They
to
just
be
become-
more humble. Yeah, exactly. Whereas in poker, it's like
No straddle, it's small.
I think, though, there's
Ace King for
some merit
McKeon.
to not
Ace Jack for Torelli.
fundamentally completely altering your game and
Well, that's why,
ending up in positions where you're just not comfortable playing.
Well, that's why people like hire
Well,
Steve. I
this
think
is
Steve is the
gonna
best tournament
get
player, but
ugly.
he's got a difficult style to adapt to. So he's not probably the best for that situation because you're going to be uncomfortable in all these situations that he will make correct decisions you might not also make.
Not
Right,
now,
you put yourself in
Sean.
spots where you're not used to being.
You should find a coach who has a similar style to you, however it is.
And then
and
helps
then you can work through
or
that.
just, like get more help understanding some of the intricacies.
Yeah.
Or different parts of the game that you don't necessarily
You
understand.
should
as well
have
as
your
other
math
people.
coach and your play coach. It's totally different.
I mean, I
Me?
watched Newhouse play last year. There were a couple spots where, the Newhouse I knew would have bet in spots and put the other guy in really tough situations.
900 the bet from
And he,
McKeon.
checked
Both players
from,
thinking, I'm
medium
trapping the other.
weakness
Watch this.
That in
Yeah.
the past, he would have made that
I'm
other
just
guy
afraid it's
try.
gonna be a boring river
And then
card,
all
and we're
of a
gonna
sudden
chop
he's medium
this.
weak and they're medium, and he loses a bunch of pots in a row.
And that's the limit background, getting that thin value over your hand.
Right, but that's one of his huge strengths, right? He
Call
puts
from
the
Torelli.
heat on those people.
Both of them seem to be a little cautious
You
as
know,
we head to the river.
he's a player who gets a lot of value from putting pressure on opponents and making them guess, and then you take that away.
All right, well,
because
it's no
people tell them
chop.
It's an ICM mistake. It's whatever, At least that's how it looked from the outside. I thought
But if people don't know he adjusted to that style, then it works out really well. Because then they think his range is a lot wider than it actually is.
maybe. I don't know. I think people end up in situations where they're not comfortable too often when they try to change their game.
McKeon bets 2,100.
I think I just call here a lot. I imagine when I raise, it's hard to get paid by a worse hand.
I am going broke every single time here with Ace Jack. They could just keep putting out additional cards after the river, and I'd go broke each and every time.
This is a spot where a lot of people go broke, and they go, what do you expect? I had 3 aces. I was going to go broke. And the best players in the world.
No.
Whoa, no, he doesn't even
So they're
call.
stopping.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What a laydown.
We talked about some of the big hands that I folded during the play here on Poker Night in America. And to a casual viewer, it might seem crazy or really, really difficult to fold those hands. But when you take into account the size of the game you're playing and the stakes and your opponents, a much more prudent question to ask yourself, instead of focusing on your own situation, to be asking yourself, what does my opponent think about me here? What does my opponent think about me in this situation? What are they trying to accomplish? And are they really gonna bluff me here? So I always try and literally envision myself in my opponent's shoes and how I would play the hand strategically if I was them.
I said I thought Phil was the second best player of all time. He blocked him.
Anytime anybody mentions that hand, instant block. It doesn't matter if they preface it with saying that they love me. Goodbye, goodbye.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America at Livingstone Resort. Back to the No Limit Cash game. Running out of time for the night. Just time for a couple more hands.
Pay the loss. So
Sean Deeb is stuck large at this game. Let's see if he can get himself out of some of this debt.
He was betting big out of the gate, and they just put a cap on it right away.
Just don't see how it's possible, dude.
You considered putting 1,100 in there. I saw you thinking about it.
Me?
No one's raising?
He takes longer to call.
Remember who got you the
Is this
meatballs?
real life? So Deep's flopped the set. I think everybody's gonna be in a lot of trouble if there's another diamond on the turn. Kean may be in a bit of trouble as well. He may think his jacks are good with only one overcard out there. Porter's betting his up and down draw.
700. I'm getting crack. I ain't gonna want to buy no dinner.
And by the time this gets back around to Sean Deeb now, I'm guessing there's probably a raise in his future.
This is a pretty loose call from Tom Canuli. I wonder if he does this if we're not coming down the home stretch. Calling with middle pair there, when there's that many players act behind, I just don't think it's going to be good very often, and your chances of improving are also not very good.
If you want to be a poker commentator, little note, whenever Sean Deeb has action, just say he's going to raise. It'll make you look right like almost every time.
It helps that he hits a lot of sets. I mean, I think this is a perfect spot for a just call from Rep Porter.
Correct, sir. Canuli out of the way. Now heads up with Deeb and Porter.
He's a dealer in Vegas.
Porter looking for either the 3 or the 8, or maybe a diamond to pick up some more draws, and boom goes the dynamite.
And Chris Hansen is looking for a time machine so he can make that joke. I'm not going to lie, I've done it. Also,
All in.
I shouldn't throw stones. Porter does not have the nuts on this board.
Yeah, there is a little hesitation here because that 3 was a club.
It's a big bet, Sean.
There is that possibility he made the flush on the turn, but he didn't. However, for Sean Deeb, not drawn dead.
Once, twice.
Twice was always fine with me.
I got set.
I got straight.
They're gonna run it twice, as is the custom here in Turning Stone. That 5's not gonna do it.
Deeb needs the board to pair to find a 7.
Wow, he manages to find a 4 on the river in the second run out, so they're gonna chop it up. They're gonna win $800 each. I mean, it sure beats losing 10K.
That's what I had in the other hand, too, when you had the 3s.
Straddle from Joe McKeon.
Like that. I mean, everybody just because all.
Well, Deeb's getting cards to try to get himself out of the hole he's dug for
really
himself. He's got ace-king on this hand.
It's stacked there if it comes out right.
So they all are kind of trendy and.
Yeah.
Richard Anthony can't help himself.
Well, he's got a hole he's gonna climb out of too.
Maybe being to the left of Sean Deeb has caused him to also lose a lot of money in this game.
I mean, I was gonna say that Bart Hansen, is sitting to the left of Sean Deeb, and you're supposed to be in a position of power there, and just time and time again, Deeb just like all in, thereby taking away all of the power from the person sitting to his left. Somehow Sean Deeb manages to dominate from the right. I've never seen anything like it.
To Seattle?
For a week.
Cannuli raises to 1,600.
I've been, but.
Yeah.
And so now we're back to Deeb.
Sometimes I dream that he is me, like Joe. Like to be like Joe.
Yeah.
Like sweatpants.
Yeah.
Like to be like sweatpants.
Are you wearing Jordans?
Yeah.
So.
That's all black guys wear.
All black people.
Again, kids, if you want to be a poker commentator when action is on Sean Deeb, just say, I think he's going to raise. And look at that. You'd be right yet
How much did
again.
you start with?
16.
Kids, if you want to be a poker commentator, please quit, because Chris and I really can't handle any more competition.
I've got 4
You have
kids.
different bright shirts, too.
Not going to lie.
A little over 12 behind.
I
So
was wearing a white one yesterday. I got a lot of black. No, I was wearing a black one yesterday, a white one the day before.
And this is going to be really hard for Cannuli to get away from. Deeb is so volatile. He could be doing this with anything. I like taking a flop in position. It looks like that is what Tom is electing to do.
Actually, not PLO tournament videos. Not PLO high.
So we got 9,000 in the middle pre-flop.
I'm going to get Poker Academy information too.
So this is the problem with flatting with King Queen, is that this happens a lot. No pair, one of your suit.
The more coaching, the
Somebody
merrier. You can never
continuation
learn
bets,
enough.
and there you sit.
That I do believe.
Sean is most certainly
I've
continuation
probably read
betting.
more poker books than
Everybody
most
knows
people.
something you do.
What about Bob Chiffon?
Seriously, you would make it so difficult.
Rep, what about
Yeah,
Bob
Keith-
Chiffon, middle
He
limit
makes a
poker?
really
It's like
small
War and Peace.
continuation
You
bet.
ever
I'm
seen
not going to
I read
Which
his.
is pretty
I read his
standard.
Omaha 8 book.
In a pot, that's this big pre-flop.
I read his Omaha 8 book.
So much
Bet of 2,600 is going to accomplish the same thing as a bet
why
of
people don't succeed.
4,000 or
Yeah,
5,000.
It's not about poker. It's not about being better at playing poker.
Cannuli
it's about
thinking
being a
this
better poker
over.
player.
Yeah.
That's a great
And there is absolutely nothing there for him.
Entertaining.
But it doesn't look like that is going to stop
Nobody
him.
laughed.
Sean's giving him a pretty
it
good
when I was,
price
like,
to peel.
16.
It was a great book.
Yes.
It's funny
that-
because
yes, you
I was at his table.
Burn and turn.
Like the second
And that is
one.
just a really horrific card
read
for
that
Tom
book later.
Cannuli.
You hit the wrong one.
I remember this.
Deeb's all in.
10, right?
How can Cannuli not call? You call trying to hit a king or a queen.
And then you hit it. Yeah, you have to call, right?
What I call?
Ace King.
Ace King. King, Queen. King, Queen.
King Queen? Once, twice.
I'll leave it up to you.
Twice.
Twice?
And then you can ask those guys over there. That's good.
Another paint card for the sweat.
They are running it twice.
I gave
And
you
it's
double
really
diamonds,
unlikely
Lance,
Cannuli's
so-
going to win either one of these. Yep. So Sean Deeb is going to double up right at the end of this session.
10?
95.
95?
Please don't go anywhere. There's nothing better else on TV. There's more Poker Night in America when we return. Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night in America. Well, that is it for day 2 here at Turning Stone. That last hand stopped some of the bleeding for Sean Deeb, but there's a couple other wounds that are still oozing blood.
He will be licking those for a little while. Let's turn our attention to the happy news. Who's a winner tonight?
Unbelievable. Matt Glantz somehow made $50 tonight. I hope he doesn't spend it all in one place.
And it's Alec Torelli who's the big winner, and it should be no surprise because he absolutely owned everyone. I guess we'll see you next time from the Seminole Hard Rock.
For more Poker Night, in the meantime, go to pokernight.com for complete episodes and unedited live streams. For Joe Stapleton and Chris Hansen. See you next time right here on Poker Night in America.
That was for the dealer, the $50.
What's that?
The $50 you just added to your stack. You just stole from the dealer, yes.
I took $50?
Yes.
Oh, that's what I was doing. I was like, wait, you took $50?
From Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida, this is Poker Night in America. Hello and welcome to Poker Night in America. We are at Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida. I'm Chris Hansen. He's Joe Stapleton.
And I can describe this episode in one word. Shot, 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 shots.
Actually, Joe, that was 16 words. Starting buy-ins for today vary from 5,000 up to 15,000. I like Ben Tarzia coming in for 9K. It's not an even number. I like it.
That is a very bizarre amount. I wonder if he lost a chip on his way to the table. Sorrel admits he's got the table covered in the game of poker. Chips are ammunition, and Sorrel's well loaded. Also, he's probably trying to impress Sam Abernathy.
I'll bet you $500 that we just said 3-bet about 8.5
Yeah, we
minutes ago.
did. I believe you.
Okay.
We did.
I'm really sorry I wasn't here on time because we
agreeing with
really
you.
have
There's
to, we
a
have to
straddle.
clean up the rules here. I think it's good even if everybody folds two in the big blind and you have do seven.
We
everyone
already
has to
voted
do a
against
shot.
that.
Yeah, but now
They're discussing the 7 deuce. They're discussing a $100 ante on the button. I mean, it's
how often is the big
never
blind
enough for
gonna
these people.
get?
They
get
love to
won
argue.
or get folded.
We've
Bring
been playing for
everybody
10
two
minutes and we're
shots, by the
taking
way.
2 shots.
Yeah,
Everybody gets 2, whatever they order.
Or they can pay me $200.
The deuce seven game is like almost a perfect game, and then the deuce seven original, deuce seven classic. No matter how you win with deuce seven, everybody gets a penalty.
Wait, what's Matt's deal? He only has to pay 100?
No, he's drinking.
I checked.
He's gonna drink.
But he only has to pay 100.
We don't drink very often.
But I think
It's
this is
true.
really good. We're starting off the day with everybody having a shot.
I'm drinking coffee.
Or,
It's a double shot,
as
by
I
the
call
way.
it, just another day.
Double shot.
I
One
couldn't
for you
agree
and one
more.
for me, but everybody else has to do double.
I can't wait until Jen has too much to drink so I can call her Jennifer Spilly.
Yeah, we told her.
Siegel and Mizzy both have flush draws.
I haven't ate yet.
Danger, Mike Siegel.
I play better when I can't see my
Siegel's also got a gut shot.
But I don't know what I
I'd
have.
much rather hit
The
that.
bagel or something.
This is going to help me. I want everyone to have
Turn your
something.
mic off.
Alcohol hits you less if you have food in your stomach, right?
Yeah.
Alcohol hits you less if you have food in your stomach, right?
Get the popcorn.
Jennifer Tilly started off on fire. That's good TV.
Well, I'm
And you bluffed off your money.
adrenaline shot. Not all of it. Not all of it. Oh, I still have 4K.
And this is why Sorrel buys in
No,
for
I've
more than
got
everyone
help.
else. So when he stacks Mike here, he gets all of it.
If you know when they
700
have
to
that
bet.
graphic, this is how much everyone has. It'd be really embarrassing.
Here comes
to
the
have,
pop
like,
from Siegel.
this well stacked.
You hear that? That's the sound of him flushing $2,500 down the toilet.
I think Mizzy just flats here, go to the river.
Yeah.
You just go into that mode.
Right.
I think you're right.
Best gambling movie ever.
Thank you.
Matt, you're doing commentary now, too?
I thought he wanted to know the exact call.
I'm sure he'd figure it out. He'd figure it out when they dealt the river.
2,500.
I heard you did
right,
it.
I'm just
like,
gonna
crazy
call.
block.
Flush.
I'm not
Me
like,
too.
I haven't seen it yet.
I know Sorrel so well. For my next prediction, I think he's going to stack up a bunch of
Bad
chips.
flop for me.
Just a hunch.
I don't know. You might just let him lay in front of him.
Wow.
Just play out of the pile.
Would be an option.
Anything that makes me feel bad, I block them, even if it's justified. Like this morning, I woke up. Somebody goes, don't get me wrong, I love Jennifer Tilly, but this is my favorite hand of all time, and he tweeted a link
The
to his
Antonio
favorite
hand?
hand of all time.
I can imagine what that hand was.
Block.
I said I thought Phil was the second best player of all time.
block people all the time?
Anytime anybody mentions that hand, instant block. It doesn't matter if they preface it with saying that they love Goodbye, goodbye.
I think Phil Hellmuth is the #1 and #2
even name
best
him.
player in the world.
I didn't even name him.
What did you say? You said you thought he was the second best player?
Second best player of all
Who's
time.
the best player?
Well, I didn't even answer. He blocked me before I could even say who the best was.
Who was the best player? Who do you think he thought was the best player?
No, he didn't really say
No,
that.
I didn't really say that.
It was a good joke, though.
It was a good joke. The second best player of all time, and you blocked him for that.
I thought that was a funny
God, if
comment.
someone said I was the second best player of all time, I'd retweet.
Everybody else is tied for first. Was everybody else tied for first when they said that you were
Top
second?
pair for Mike and Jared. This time Mike's got the slightly better hand.
I can dish it out, but I can't take it. Huh, don't worry. Ben, Mike,
I raised
Mike, don't worry, Mike.
2,000.
Raised to 2,000.
Interesting raise from Siegel. When I say interesting, I say it the way you say it to someone who's got a really terrible tattoo. Jaffe's got one of the few worst hands that can pay this off.
Hair?
All right, next question for you then, Stapes. How many times have you cried because of what somebody said to you on Twitter?
Crying right now.
Whole little spot over there.
Oh, there's a buffet? Mm-hmm. Where is it? Outside?
Sam Abernathy sounds like Lieutenant Hooks from Police Academy.
Okay, I'm gonna after.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
My hijack and my cutoff.
Deuce on the turn.
Some food. What kind of food is it like?
There's like sandwiches, there's treats.
By the way, this is a great Laden lineup. I kind of want to like fire out the questions. You know, I'm losing out on my ROI
I'm ready for
if I
another
don't.
one.
I'm ready. Okay, so how many shots Jared thinks Gentili can take before throwing up, passing out, death, whatever, death? I mean, whatever it is.
Alcohol.
Like, you just keep taking shots every 30 seconds until one of the three happen. Like, you're either going to throw up.
Every 30 seconds?
Let's say every minute. Until you either pass out.
Well, why don't we just test that, shall we?
Hey, you know what? We can find out the real answer tonight.
That would be great TV.
That would be great TV.
Ratings
No one
are
can
gonna go
dispute
way
that.
up.
That's not TV.
Jennifer
That's
Lewis gonna do
HBO.
1 shot a minute. America.
When we go on commercial break, Gentili will have 2 more shots.
Wow, Mike Siegel.
Mike Siegel.
After the break, Jennifer Tilly plays a few big pots that may drive her to drink.
More.
For more from Poker Night, visit pokernight.com or find us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can see complete episodes and unedited live streams. Welcome back to Poker Night in America from Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida with Joe Stapleton. I'm Chris Hansen.
Hi.
Welcome back to Human Beings Playing Poker. That was actually the working title of the show.
Anti's good.
Before we switched to Poker Night in America. True
Honestly,
fact.
I'm good.
Fight for
I'm
it
good
more.
for everything. I go with company rule.
Okay, is anyone opposed to the straddle on the
I'm a
button?
team player.
Oh, straddle, not the button. It's not like
Or no, sorry, not straddle on the button. Ante on the button.
We're doing a deuce 7.
Ante on the button? Is that
I
okay?
like Deuce 7. Deuce 7 is
No?
good for the game, but
Juices
I
it
forgot
up.
we were playing Deuce 7.
Yeah, but you can't
But-
go deuce 7
yeah.
on that hand for 13,000.
What?
It looked like he was going to willing to put in 13,000 that hand.
Were you going to put in 13,000 with your Deuce 7? If I raised you there, were you going to re-raise pre-flop? No.
He wasn't, but it looked
That'd
like
be
he was going
tough.
to put
I
in
was thinking to
13,000.
push.
If you pushed, I would fold. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
He was giving the appearance that he's going to put 13,000 in. That was
Yeah.
what he did.
Yeah, no, it was good. I sensed a certain reticence as you pushed out 2,500. So
Yeah?
I did. That's why I thought maybe we had the same hand and we both missed the flop.
Yeah.
It's a fair assumption.
Yeah. All right. Check for clubs.
You check to the turn, and now that gives Tilly the nut flush draw.
And yes, Jennifer, you do have a club. The biggest club.
Incinerated peak.
I'll bet this one.
Checked around to her, and she bets 500.
Yeah. That's fine.
Did you see Doug Polk and Doc Sands
Yeah.
might fight? Is that going to happen?
Probably not.
No? I want to see one of those poker fights again. Those are great.
I mean,
They should have a TV show of like people in the same profession who have grudges against
Jen
each other.
ain't folding.
And they just like
She
fight.
gonna let it
That's an
ride.
idea. If anyone wants to, that's fine. You can have it.
Does Doc box already?
I don't know.
He sounded like he's trying to make that implied that he does.
Yeah, Doc definitely wants to bet more than Doug does. I just want to see it. I mean,
They don't have any beef. It's just like
no, it might be a little bit of beef, but not too much. But that would be cool if
I
like
could see Doc annoying
Doug, yeah,
Doug for sure.
right.
Like Doug thinking that Doc is beneath him, and Doc being like really annoying about
Yeah,
it.
I could totally see that. But wouldn't it be cool if,
And
like, for example,
Affleck folds the
plumbers,
best hand.
like these two plumbers just have issues with each other, and they get 1 year to train, and the
Yeah.
cameras follow them around, and then like
Good idea.
You know, people from different professions, lawyers.
I'd definitely like
who
to see
lost
a plumber
case.
fight.
That would be a good one.
A lot of crack involved there. Whoever's pants fall down first loses.
The black 5 on the river, not the right black one that Tilly was looking
I'd
for.
watch
It's a
it.
spade, not a club.
I'm sure there's a joke to be made there, but I'm going to save the censor the effort.
Luke Schwartz, yeah.
Never happened.
Make sure he gets to his
Not yet,
kid's baseball game this week.
Still possible. Still possible.
Jaffe shoves them all in.
Fighter.
He's thick. Yeah, he's strong.
He's a scrapper. But
Look at that. He went from having the third best hand
also
to the
has
best hand on the river.
You don't drain it off?
I know. I've been to 2 classes and it was
Nice hand.
both times I was just completely wrecked for a week.
A 6.
A 6. I was shoving for value.
I should have shoved for value on the turn. Nice hand.
God. Now I wish the flop came with an 8. I just got it all on the river. They wanted me to take it from that end.
Actually, if I bet, maybe I win. Maybe I bet he raises you full.
Oh, all kinds of folding here. Jared Jaffe in the 1 seat.
Maybe you wouldn't fold.
Suited
It's
ace.
optimistic.
Jared's not a folder.
Good for the game.
Get him.
Don't do it.
4,700.
Don't do it.
3-bet from Jennifer Tilly. More like Jennifer Tilty, am I right?
I'm 5 behind you.
Is this 5? You can just get them to.
Raise. I think you're trying to take advantage of this dynamic. That's what I think.
Matt Lance always trying to take advantage of ladies. I mean the queens, come on. Poker joke.
Oh no, here she, oh boy.
Jennifer Tilly, good for the game.
She said it to both of us.
Out of position, 1,750. Yeah, why not?
This is either going to turn out really good for her or really bad.
And the flop gives her a pair.
And it looks like she is going to lead at this. I love Jennifer Tilly, but I don't always love this move because I think it usually looks exactly like what it is. A not so great hand you're hoping to get a fold with, and I think you're just begging to get raised by value hands and bluffs.
2,600 is the bet from Tilly.
So most of the time, if you flop huge here, you're going to check and let the pre-flop aggressor continue. Matt's definitely not folding. And there's the raise I was expecting. And Jen sort of found another way to commit herself to this pot. I wish I could commit to anything the way Jen is committed to this pot. Almost walked over at Chipotle because they asked me too many questions.
Not enough. 2 more.
2 more hundred to raise.
Okay. I thought it was 25.
Yeah.
No, I thought she made it 25. That's all.
All in.
There it is. There's the all-in.
Oh.
I'm not changing my cards over.
It's fine. You don't ever
I knew you
have,
had
don't
an
have to turn-
overpair, but
you
I
don't
have outs.
She doesn't
I
have
was
to turn them over. I don't care.
I was like, if I call, then I might as well put it all in.
That might be an out.
Wait, maybe that's an out. That might be an out. Wait, hold on. I gotta see how many outs I have now. Okay, yeah, I have some outs. Okay.
Nines?
What?
No, she got 10.
No, no.
Hey, why was 6 afraid of 7?
Because ace on the river?
Because 7, 8, 9. You have kids. You should know that one.
Not my day. I should have just folded when you re-raised me. I don't know. I just thought that God liked me.
I could have do 7.
What?
I could have do
I
7.
thought maybe you had do 7.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh my God, he's weak. Oh my God, he's strong. Oh my God, he's weak. You'd start winning all these tournaments and you'd like, oh my God, being in Phil's head is awesome.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America. It's Chris Hansen and Joe Stapleton.
Did you see me play?
Hello, my babies.
Everybody claimed later I played 80%. All I know is I raced in the dark every time on the button, 2 off the button, 3 off the button, and 4 off the button.
Yeah.
And then every time I smelled weakness, I just re-raised in the dark. So I didn't look at my whole cards all day. I got a massive chip lead.
That was impressive. It's hard to do that. It's hard to play that
against the alleged best players in the world.
Best player in the world is sitting to my right.
Yeah, I can play really fast. I can play really fast. 3.
All right, sit back and watch Helmuth play poker.
That was fun. I have to admit, that was a really fun day.
What's it gonna be, Spinach Chin?
Did you end up cashing in the 100K?
I had the massive chip lead at the final table. I blew it.
Tarzia calls.
8 left. I had 10 million, and I just I lost too much with pocket 9s.
Oh, look, Sam Abernathy's going to play a hand as well.
If you would have watched the hands, you would have said
Bambi.
standard, but for me, I blew it. Like, when I'm sitting on 10 million, I have to finish top 3 there. I blew it. I don't like to admit it, but
Yeah. Thank you.
Set of 9s for Sam Abernathy.
Top pair for Tarzia. This could get ugly for him.
all right.
And he is firing it into the abyss.
625, right?
25.
I think Sam is going to elect to
Raise.
raise. You see how I waited till she did it?
You're never wrong when you wait.
Exactly.
Watch what they do, then call it. You're always going to be right.
I could still be wrong somehow.
Back to Tarzia.
Wow, won't throw a flush draw away, huh?
Tarzia is in the game thanks to a $1,000 satellite that he won. Hot seat. You have 10 players. Sit down with $1,000. Winner take all, and then you get to take that money to the Poker Night in America TV table.
That's awesome.
And that's why he is here.
Don't do it, Ben.
Oh.
Everyone's got a
He's
style.
a tournament player. You try to win every pot he plays, which doesn't work out well in the cash games usually.
It's working out
Well,
well
the
now.
money's in the middle, so we're going to the
Sure
turn.
is, buddy. Sure is.
Jack of spades on the turn. If she was semi-bluffing before, this card would probably not have improved her hand.
What happens if I moved in there and though and you missed? Would you still be up?
Yeah, I think so. Just the tickle, though.
Well, now I know why this guy's name is Ben, because he is about to be past tense.
It would be
1650 the bet from
I'd
Abernathy.
be more impressed with the move if you didn't have the ace-high flush draw.
You'll see it on TV.
No, I mean it's on the live stream right now, right?
Oh yeah.
Be impressed.
He cannot help
What is it,
himself.
30
He
minutes
calls.
left?
You wait until you know Phil has the hand, and then you raise anyway.
Yeah.
That's a pretty.
Kamikaze
Another
style.
3 on the river.
Yeah, kamikaze.
And
Wait till you
this
know
is a
Phil
pretty
has
good run out for Sam to get
Keep
hero
him
called by
raising
top
anyway.
pair. Flop
Prove it a
top
point,
pair,
they can
no
move you
longer
off the
top
hand,
pair.
even when he knows you have it. Taking his game to the next level.
Well,
My game is all about taking people
Everybody
off the
only
best
looks
hands.
at like half the picture in poker. That's the beautiful thing. If they ever figured out how to look at the whole picture.
I probably wouldn't win as much.
Oh, and she's
So, yeah.
made this river value bet so small, I really don't think he can fold.
I agree.
Or 3 years or whatever.
Does he just give me all the money for no reason?
Who wants to buy out?
He does call, and over to the stack of Sam Abernathy goes $13,000. Wow.
That's a lot of dimp.
Nice hand, Sam.
Thank you.
And you notice she tries to like get an extra $100 from
I'm just kidding, I'm
She
just
rakes
joking.
in a massive pot.
In case you at home don't know, Tarzia is actually a professional checkers player. He is on the tour of all North America playing checkers usually. Very peak.
I can't even use like my
wife.
wife's call
I'm so glad I didn't ask really, but I was this close.
to come up with something else.
That's right. I'm going to spend the rest of the episode trying to troll Joe Stapleton into saying, really, it's going to happen.
King me. I don't think your mother calling you is that hard of a sell.
So many battles. How's that song go?
Kings this time for Abernathy.
Some people just run good at life.
If we have Sorrel beatbox for you, will you pick one person at the table to freestyle rap about?
Yeah,
About?
Sorrel will beatbox for you.
I won't deny it.
All right, that's a yes.
You don't wanna with me, cause the only See?
Please don't.
Well, he's got it.
I got it
Oh,
down,
my
you
mic's
know.
off. I missed that.
Oh, man. They picked it up from our mic.
Oh,
It's
no.
okay.
I think we should definitely have beatbox.
Yeah, and rap.
I can't beatbox.
Phil.
We need Ronnie Barda. He's an expert.
Come on.
Oh, how lucky is this?
We had that all-in button.
Just shut.
Tarzy going to try to exact some revenge from Sam Abernathy?
Go.
Once, twice, 4 times. One time.
I almost forgot again.
Gamble, gamble.
Almost forgot again. I would have saved me 5 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So Sam's all in.
Are you going to run it more than once?
She is about to give it all back to Ben and then some.
Not so fast, my friend.
Just see it from this spot because of the hand. I can't see the card till after it's out.
What a cooler. You know, I haven't seen a cooler this gross since Hanson's last 4th of July party. You know you gotta clean those things out, right?
It's called seasoning.
Oh, gross.
It helps insulate the anyway. Yeah, Tarzia does take all the money back that he just gave to Sam Abernathy.
Poker, you work so hard to win those chips and then bloop, just a sick little cold deck. Give it all back.
Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night in America. Halfway through day 1 here at Seminole Hard Rock, here's what everyone's got in front of them. Well, the worst news of the day is for Jennifer Tilly. I think she played like 3 hands and managed somehow to donk off almost $30,000.
Jennifer Tilly lost the Mini Cooper. Ben's still somehow down and Sam's still somehow up despite that aces versus king cold decking. And hey, maybe next week someone will lose a BMW.
Can Jennifer Tilly get herself out of this hole?
I'm just trying to figure out what I can say to that won't get me fired. Nope.
All right, well, visit us online at pokernight.com for more from Poker Night in America. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch for up-to-date information, full episodes, and unedited live streams. For Joe Stapleton, I'm Chris Hansen. We'll see you next time on Poker Night in America. Face just decided to stop reading the scroll over here.
I don't know if there's anything else.
There's nothing else, dude. It's just your regular generic things.
I don't know what I'm saying.
You say it every single time.
It's script. I thought I scripted it.
From Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida, this is Poker Night in America. Welcome to Poker Night in America, where we continue day 1 at Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida. I'm Chris Hansen. He's Joe Stapleton.
Coming up on today's show, Jennifer Tilly starts off stuck big time, and Phil Hellmuth raps. Nope, not a present, that kind of rapping. Please don't tune out.
We continue day 1. We lost a player. That means we're gaining a player. We say goodbye to Matt Glantz and hello, Dan O'Brien.
I'd keep an eye on the short little stack of Phil Hellmuth. Chances are he's going to be all in sooner rather than later.
That'd be great if we could do one of those, like being John Malkovich, but for Phil Hellmuth, and then I could like dive through this wormhole into your head.
We were so much
It's a
money
scary
to-
place.
You have no
It's a
idea.
very scary place.
You
better be high and drunk if we get in there.
To see the things I see would scare you, actually. You'd be like, oh my God, he's weak. Oh my God, he's strong. Oh my God, he's weak. You'd start winning all these tournaments and you'd be like, oh my God, being in Phil's head is awesome. No wonder he wins so much.
Oh, and Phil said he's winning in this game. I get it now.
Cat got your tongue, kid?
No, in Sorrel, it seemed like you had the 7 of diamonds. What was that hand?
Which, oh yeah, when I showed Phil.
Jennifer
But I
Tilly,
announced that I had to let him get away.
Oscar-nominated actress Jennifer
You guys
Tilly.
don't understand that.
I know, it's the long con.
Just
It
aces.
really is.
That long con's been going on for a long time, Phil.
What do you mean? You bluffed off $1 million.
Love
to
dog,
me in
you're
the
so
111K.
focused on that. What about I think I'm doing
million?
okay against you,
A
Phil.
million?
I think
A
I'm doing
million?
okay against you overall.
That's a
Any truer. That's just not what happened. I think I don't know about $1 million, but I definitely bluffed off a little.
You bluffed off a lot.
Yeah.
They're tournament chips. It doesn't matter if it's $1 million.
You messed with me that day. You messed with me that day. I let you win. I let you win. And then Boom, I shut the trap for a
Yeah,
milli.
you got me in a hand. You got me in a hand.
Yum. All you had the chip lead.
Yum.
There were 3 hands left in the day, 111K buy-in. All you had to do was sit back and play good. But no, you couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it,
So
man.
No, I can't do it. I'm just gonna try to
tempting
bluff
it is.
a milli to Phil with 3 hands to go. The one guy I know who just like
never folds.
will man up and call.
Sam was getting a great price pre-flop. She called.
Did you take it from him?
And action flop. Jeez.
He was
Holy
chip leader
cow.
and managed not to cash. He
Yeah,
blames
you
it
were
all
at the
on
table
Coleman.
when I busted, Phil. You don't remember what happened? Like
I
Coleman,
remember what
queens
happened.
against King 10.
Yeah,
Am I
if
supposed to play that one differently?
That hand you were supposed to lose.
I was supposed
What
to lose
about,
because
what
I was
about the
against Coleman?
previous hour or two?
I played well.
Is it on me? Come on, that's the oldest tell in the book.
What I don't understand is when there's like a $500,000 bubble. I don't understand why people don't play better. Like
Tilly
you
bets
have a lot of chips.
1,500.
Get the 500K, kid.
Well,
and then
what-
start gambling, you know? Like, but
Right.
no, you want to like try to win the tournament.
So I should have just folded the queens on the button?
Sam with
Is
a
that what
pair
you're
and a very
saying?
good flush
That
draw.
hand
Not
you
the
had to
best
lose.
flush
I had
draw,
to
though.
lose. That was it.
Jared's
I
got
agree with
that.
that hand.
He's not folding.
That hand and that hand only.
Yeah. If there were a whole card camera, like if I were in your mind, I would be like, fold. I'd be shouting, fold, fold, fold. What are you doing, bluffing off your money?
Jared might even be thinking about raising with the nut flush draw.
Sometimes
It's
I
a
just can't help myself.
$250,000 bubble. What are you bluffing off your money for?
You're relentless, eh? You're like a migraine.
Hey, when they start it, I'm pretty good track record of finishing it. I'll tell you that much.
And if you don't, you just kick a chair.
Meanwhile, they told me his mic's not even on.
4 on the turn was not the
Going
card
to
Jaffe was
you.
looking to hit.
Yeah, they laughed at you. They guys.
Oh, they laughed?
They laughed at you. Yeah.
Yes. What's so humorous
for the
to
free
me is
card.
if
Cool.
You had any
They
idea
laughed.
what the truth was?
All right. Yeah.
It's funny though they would laugh it off.
Jennifer should not be giving a free card on this board.
You want some chips? Just play for me.
Any of these players could conceivably raise. Sam, maybe now.
I'll never forget one of my first tournament in the U.S. we played together, and there was that hand where you raised with just looking at one card, and it was the ace. And I led from the small blind. I had the 9s, remember? And you wrote a blog about it. You didn't even know my name back then. You were like this online kid. You wrote a blog about one of these online megalomaniacs, and I was that guy. It was nice. It was one of the most flattering things anyone's ever said to me about me.
That was
Yeah.
another one you played really well. It came ace, ace, 9, and I had an
Yep.
ace and you had 9s full.
No, the
You
ace
play
came
those-
on the turn. The
You
ace
play
came
those
on the
hands
turn.
really good against me.
I did.
Just like the other one you were bragging about, it came king, king.
Yep.
I had a king, you had a king. You played that one great.
That was
too.
beautiful.
You really played those
Maximum
hands
value.
well.
I got them all
Got
in.
some memory though, so all the hands you played.
Oh, I remember that hand. I remember the ace one.
You remember that one? The ace was
Did I
on the
come
turn.
back and win that tournament anyway?
No, that was the one Carlos won.
This pot is getting huge.
Thank you.
And Jennifer Tilly's got to be thinking, okay,
I don't think you found the table.
what do I have to do on the river to get anybody away from this hand? She will be last to act, playing from the button. So let's see what happens here.
What's going on here?
Pretty good card for Jennifer. If there were some draws out there, they all missed.
Yeah, somehow she faded it all. And I actually think this might check around. Obviously, Jared's just got a pair of 4s, and I don't think Jen can really value bet. There aren't a lot of worse hands that can call. Jaffe probably knows his pair of 4s are no good at showdown, so maybe he tries to bluff this. No, he checks it.
3 aces. That's the nice.
3 aces.
Jennifer, more like Bride of Checky.
I hated that flop. And then I get 2 callers on the flop and the turn.
She'll take the 19K instead of the value bet on the river.
I feared a trap. That's all.
So once again, Phil Hellmuth says, screw you guys, I'm going home.
But after the break, don't worry, we're going to fill his seat with a delicious dish of Alec Tiltarelli.
Yum.
For more from Poker Night, visit pokernight.com or find us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can see complete episodes and unedited live streams.
7 deuce.
Cheers. Cheers.
I know.
We'll drink to that.
Whoa.
Cheers.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America. Everybody's drinking. Beverages for everyone.
I drank it. They gave you the drink. That one's
You can drink
They're
half.
like, give the little one the big.
Somebody carry.
That's 2. That's 3 shots.
You're the weakest shot.
To you guys.
And you know, they say a small drunk woman, like one drink is like 2 drinks.
Yeah, oh my God. She drank
Mine's
it
a
all
salt
anyway.
drink.
Huh? You
Look at
drank
that.
the whole thing.
It's a salt drink.
Extra salt.
That was Patron too you drank?
I don't know, but I kind of liked
I
it.
don't like it. One more. You
It wasn't big enough, huh?
You have one more.
Can I straddle? I haven't looked at
It's too big. I need more.
Okay, all right.
Sam, I don't know, but Ryan, another?
Dan O'Brien must have fallen asleep in a beach chair.
Lots of salt here. Thank you. Lots.
Siegel limps in with 4 deuce of hearts.
Extra beefy.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got some more cold deckage shaping up.
They ran out. This is a lot harsher than the one we had before. I don't think this is.
It's Patron.
Abernathy makes it 1,100 with jacks.
It's bottom shelf alcohol.
It
They're
doesn't
like
taste like Patron. Right?
those poker players are drunk.
they
They'll
don't
never
know.
know.
No, that's good tequila. You can tell because when the bartender dropped the bottle, it bounced off the
Sounding
floor.
like Matt glance is burning me. It's burning my mouth.
Wow, these two were involved in a cold decking last time. Kings versus aces, and last time it was Ben who had the better hand then.
This ain't gonna play heads up. It was like I was just.
I don't think you have to go broke in this spot, pre-flop at least, but there's certainly no shame in just taking the thinking out of it.
Abernathy calls.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be blood.
I drink your milkshake.
It's good when there's some blood. A little blood's good. A little blood never hurt nobody.
Nobody except the person it's coming out of.
Well, it's not entirely true, but
8 high flop. Both these players love their hands right now.
Yeah, it's a really awful flop for Sam. I do not see how she can fold. Kind of a dream flop for Jacks, really. Here comes the bet from Ben.
Oh, look who is joining.
Torelli
It's
is in the house.
Belly.
Wow. I gave Alec a lifetime free roll that if I ever open up an Italian restaurant, I'm gonna name a dish Tiltorelli.
Thank
you. It's true, and it's 1 in 800 at this point.
Tiltorelli ravioli.
Yep. No, just Tiltorelli.
Tiltorelli, how about some tortellini?
So I have a personal rule of not playing with anyone with a whole food bag at the table. That's scary.
Still an undercard for Jacks. The poker gods really want Sam to get stacked here.
It's true. Mine's a little bit more
I need someone with like a McDonald's
McFlurry
McFlurry cup empty.
Arby's.
What are you talking about?
I said it. I feel my chances are.
And they're all in for Tarzia.
Sam's getting better than 2-1.
A call from Abernathy. You can't blame her.
Just another simple cold deck.
Oh.
Yikes.
Oh.
So that's twice now that Ben has stacked Sam. Really nothing she could do there. I mean, except for fold Jacks like a terrible nit.
And Ben Tarzia making the best of his spot here on Poker Night in America.
No,
Phil Hellmuth gone. Alec Torelli,
wheelhouse.
much like Toll Booth Willie. He's coming out of the booth. He was doing commentary for the live stream. Now, that's a bit of an unfair advantage, don't you think, Stapes? To now come and sit down and play with these players?
I mean, it's an unfair advantage that he's so much better than everyone else, too. So
Yeah, that's true.
What do you
got
gotta
that
do?
right.
The whole time.
Oh, I thought you said it was
Sixes
out
for
of
Tilly?
your wheelhouse.
It's just not in my. I just don't play it, so I can't win that bet.
I love watching Mike Siegel play cards. It's like every single hand he has just tortures his soul. Every single one of them. It's fantastic. I mean, probably not for him or his blood pressure, but for us, it's good to watch.
We like the pain.
Terrell practices playing 70s.
Play with me. What's that Howard Stern song? The Silver Nickels and Golden Dimes.
Jen Tilly, like me, is a Howard Stern super fan. Hello, hello.
I check.
I need to hear the rest of this song.
What?
I'm gonna need to hear the rest of this song.
Oh, I have to look it
Flush
up.
draw for Tarzia, Abernathy with top pair. Pretty good kicker, too.
That old face-off.
Dime. It's the song you wrote. He was like 10 years old or something. And then Jewel actually sang a beautiful rendition of it. It's like a great song.
The torturement continues for
Basically
Mike
telling this little girl
Siegel.
to come out and play with her and you pay her.
No, I just think it's wondering if it's better to check.
Oh man, flush on the turn. Ben Tarzia is owning Sam Abernathy like my brother gets owned by his wife. Sorry, John. I mean, I guess Sam's not drawing dead. Any heart can still hit.
All-American Dave.
There's the bet from Tarzia, 11.25.
They just got back from, I got a text from Phil, they just got back from surfing.
She kept saying that. Yeah, I kept.
Yeah,
I said
yeah.
that.
Top pair and a great flush draw. Don't see how she can fold.
I don't eat that crap though.
I see that.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, right?
Why is Alex Rowley drinking fabric softener?
I thought that was a lava lamp.
Definitely not real liquid.
Oh, my back.
Brick for Abernathy.
Oh, Sam. Ben's got to value bet this.
Tarzia is hoping to take Abernathy to Value Town, and he does exactly that.
Sam's given so much of her money to Ben Tarzia, his kids are going to have to thank her in their college commencement speeches.
Disappears for an hour. We don't know where he goes. Where does he? Does he go talk to an astronomer? Does he go for a drive? Does he get a haircut? Does he go for a run? Does he go to his room, take a nap? What is he doing?
Thanks for coming back to Poker Night in America. He's not wearing pants. He's Joe Stapleton.
Like 40 cents.
I'm Chris Hansen.
Not $20.
Back to poker.
All right, you want to do it for a quarter?
They restrict my commentary. The straddle is on. This is a blind raise, ladies and gentlemen.
You got 30 cents the worst of it.
It's okay. I'm always getting the worst of it. That's why I'm broke.
Some people don't have close families.
Dan O'Brien makes it 500.
A lot of Italians in Toronto.
And Siegel promptly makes it 2,000.
Where's your family from originally?
Do you speak it at all? No.
Yeah, see, my wife's Italian.
Mia madre di Cosenza e mio padre di Catanzaro.
What was that?
I think it was Italian. You know, I thought Ben Tarzia was scary before, but now that I know he speaks Italian, I'm wondering if we can go back and edit out that part where I said all of his hair is on the wrong half of his head. Is it too late for that?
Beh, purtroppo potevo parlare pure romanese. Perché la vita mia era costruzione e dovevo imparare il romanese.
English only at the table, guys. They're probably talking about you, Steve.
I feel like we're watching a scene from Godfather 2.
Di Napoli. Ho dovuto guardare con sottotitoli, ma anche la mia moglie che di Cremona non ha capito
napolitani non
neanche
sono italiani.
proprio niente.
I'm tilted right now. I don't even know what's going on. Mizzy has kings. He called the raise, and now O'Brien gets out of the way.
Second, but I live there.
And back to torturing Mike Siegel.
But I live there as well.
Yeah.
I have 350 cousins in Italy.
I see his crush going to the flop. Well, that helps.
So we have a very big family.
Oh, but I forgot all about him.
I pay my
Il mio
debts.
bisnonno è di Napoli e il mio bisnonno è di Parma, al nord.
Di Parma. Bello.
Ho conosciuto la mia moglie a...
I bet exactly half of what I got.
At least Siegel can't do too much damage. Doesn't have much behind.
È la prima volta. Quando lo sei conosciuto? Sì, sì.
I got a set of 10.
Sono andato un giro a...
That's good for now.
Capito?
Mizzy moves all in. Siegel calls.
You're not going to show me that?
I'll show you. Nice hand to come back to.
I said king.
Put an 8
gotta
out
be
there.
king.
8 for justice.
How about a king? Why would you root for an 8? How about a king?
No, I didn't want to
You
get
win the
too
power.
greedy.
You got to split it with me. You feel bad for me?
Yeah, why not?
That
It
would
seemed
be
like a
okay.
nice guy.
That's a nice guy.
I actually meant to
like
read
the same. I'm kind of like the same kind of guy. Now you would have had the 30 cents the best.
I'm basically going to do everything.
Yeah, well, you would have had 30
Yeah,
cents the
that's
best of it. I was going to give you the opportunity.
You deserve it.
To go for like a week or
Yeah, I
two.
went to Southeast Asia, whatever, right? Like, I'm not going to pay. That was the only time where, like, it didn't fall into that. I didn't even know
Oh, it's
about it.
$400.
Love
$400.
it.
So it is folded around to Tilly, so that blind raise is in play
I'm
for
gonna
400.
back down now, little Missy.
I don't know what you're going to do, Jen, but I know you're not going to
Yes,
fall.
What about you? You've been outside? Sounds like
Okay.
you know about them.
No, I mean I have friends from high school. I live in
That's
Seattle.
gonna get all feisty.
Dan O'Brien taking a shot that King Queen is better than any random blind raising hand, but it is not.
Yeah, maybe. I possibly have a better hand than you. I'm not gonna. I'll say no more.
Anything's
Probably
possible.
6. 4 of them. They're all very successful too.
Wow.
Um,
That's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
Percentage-wise,
like probably 4 of them lived on like Gold Coast, Australia for like 2 years after
that's
Black
amazing.
Friday. They lived in Thailand and Phuket.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it's amazing.
4 of them rented a place in Phuket for like 3 years.
1,300 from Tilly.
And so yeah, it's crazy from one
With
high
the
school,
best
one
hand.
graduating class.
I have a good friend of mine that spends 6 months of the year in Phuket. He goes to Phuket, Cambodia, Thailand.
I'm glad they're pronouncing it
Singapore.
Phuket, so we don't have to
6 months
bleep
of the
it.
year there. He rents this house on the water, like unbelievable. For
O'Brien calls.
$700 a month. They live like kings.
The hourly earn is not that good today, Jay.
$200 a month.
I said the hourly earn is not that good today. No.
And it looks like Jen may just want to get the showdown now, unless she makes her straight.
Could be worse. It was worse before, right?
Yeah, I was stuck 5. I was never very good.
500 a month.
I played so many bad hands.
Your
just
last
limping.
hour was a good hour.
Yeah, I was just limping and limping with a lot of bad hands just to try to get.
Dan O'Brien trying to swipe this pot.
I really hate to get more sucky into the night. I'm pretty sure I have the best hand.
Best of luck.
Hey.
There's no casinos though.
Jen does have the best hand, but not only does she have to think about calling here, but the river too.
If I don't have the best hand, outs up the wazoo.
What could you have
It's
that
just
could be
like-
the best and outs?
Is this the end of the night? Is this the last hand?
No. I don't.
Dan's gonna fire the river a lot, especially I think when Jen shows this much weakness.
I wish I was in position. God. I just know. I just know.
She knows.
I just know I'm gonna suck out on you. And I don't think suckage is necessary.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I
Also,
would
you
get
have the
I
best
should have
hand, and
re-raised
you
your
want to
pre-flop.
suck out. That's hard to do with one hand, Jeff.
For once, I agree with Mike Siegel.
Does that scare you?
I'm a little bit more confused than scared.
A million.
Let's see what could be that good and have outs.
And have the best hand.
That's what
She didn't have to suck out either, she said.
26,
I mean,
you say?
4 or 5 would be a
26.
pretty big
Yeah,
hand.
there's a lot of ways to do it. In France, like it's an actual lottery.
And then I know on the river, regardless, everything's gonna go in. So, how much you'll have left? Like 3,000.
I have like 4,000. I think about. I have about 4,000 more after.
When he gets his change.
I have like actually like 42.
I mean,
So
that doesn't influence play that much either. It doesn't influence play, but it's absurd.
44
that,
maybe.
Like, the government thinks they have to legislate like poker.
Oh, Jen Tilly.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, I love it. I am surprised that worked after all the deliberating, but hey, what do I know? I eat the heads off fish.
That's
You know, she did have the best hand,
his
though,
job.
to be fair.
yeah, that's that good and has outs.
Well, Jennifer Tilly managed to pull her stack out of the toilet. Now, if only she could do the same thing with the Rotten Tomatoes score for Johnny Be Good.
All right, we're going to check out chip counts next. Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night in America. Welcome back to Poker Night in America. Here's who's up and down for the night. Just to review, you do want a green little arrow next to your name. Even if you're Mike Siegel and you're up a measly $100, it's still a win.
I'm sure he'll take it. Sorrell won 16K. He barely played a hand. Guy is slick. So this, by definition, would be the arrow you don't want next to your name.
Red is bad, and Phil Hellmuth in his short time at our table dropped 15K. Probably hurts, I bet.
I don't know. I'm not really sure if Phil's that dialed into reality.
Well, congrats to Tilly for climbing a little bit out of the huge hole that she was in, but poor Phil Hellmuth. Number 1 comes in last.
Next time, we've got a fresh new lineup for you, my babies. One that includes a lock, a locky, 2 November Niners, a grill, and a guy named Bone.
No, it's Bon. His name is Bon.
Well, I'm so excited for next week. I've got a giant bonner.
You are something else, my friend. More from Poker Night is available online at pokernight.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch for up-to-date information, full episodes, and unedited live streams. For Joe Stapleton, I'm Chris Hansen. We'll see you next time right here on Poker Night in America.
You'd be like, oh my God, he's weak. Oh my God, he's strong. Oh my God, he's weak. You'd start winning all these tournaments and you'd be like, oh my God, being in Phil's head is awesome. No wonder he wins so much.
From Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida, this is Poker Night in America. Welcome to Poker Night in America. Day 2 begins here at Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida. I'm Chris Hansen with Joe Stapleton.
Coming up on today's show, Phil Hellmuth captains the table like Steubing on the Love Boat.
Woohoo! I don't have to be the bad guy.
He also talks about Charity for the better part of an hour, which is weird because I didn't know he also knew her. Hey, Charity.
Day 2 buy-ins go from $5,000 for Phil Hellmuth to $25,000 for Phil Locke.
Blake Bone.
Actually, it's bonds, like auto bond.
I prefer to call it the auto bone.
I'm sure you would. Let's get to the poker from Seminole Hard Rock. 25.50 are the blinds. Michael Locke, not to be confused with Phil Locke, immediately to his right, raises with sevens. That's Alec Locke to his left. And this is Josh Locke. And we'll finish things up here with Asher Locke, if.
Asher Kadif won the WPT championship, and the two guys to his right were both November Niners. I won't spoil it for you which one of these two November Niners wins it. It's Joe.
What we've been doing is started with Tiltarelli, just 200 dead from the big blind.
This is looking like an action table.
That's what we did the other two.
I don't know, what are you saying? You're anteing every hand now from the
no,
big
just
one?
one person, the big blind.
Three players to this flop, 2,600 in the middle.
They switched it because they found that.
Now everybody's got a pair.
Because I don't know, did I switch it to the wrong way? It was one of the two,
Yeah,
and they
you
did
switch it to the wrong way. Be a shocker, Phil. You'd switch something. You get something in your complex mind.
Getting the answer, so I
Button's
just went
more
on a hunch.
efficient is what we decided, but
Okay. Honestly, I didn't really. I was just guesswork, you know.
we can switch it. Like, there's got to be like a way to switch it to the button at some point.
You could just do the orbit and then switch it.
Yeah, that's the solution right there. It's an elegant solution. Because then you have the right to reserve it to switch it back if we did a double switchback inception move. Phil Hellmuth and I not knowing where we were, so we could.
Beckley makes two pair on the turn, but Torelli picks up the flush draw.
Where did Jessica Dolly go? Because she brought up a very interesting thing. She said, Phil Hellmuth on every show disappears for an hour. We don't know where he goes. Where does he? Does he go talk to an astronomer? Does he go for a drive? Does he get a haircut? Does he go for a run? Does he go to his room, take a nap? What is he doing?
He has to keep feeding his meter.
It's true,
Refuses to pay for parking in the garage.
It used to be workouts and naps. Now it's like just discussing the flow of people talking and that kind of thing with the producers.
This show has producers.
Kinda like,
Come on.
I don't want to tilt myself and tell people to like be quiet anymore, so I have to discuss with the producers. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, right, yeah, that, yep.
Yeah.
1,300 from Torelli.
I'm completely untilted now because people are going to talk over people. I don't want to be the bad guy anymore, and the show's going to pay the price. They're going to use less episodes, but I don't want to say anything anymore, so I'm off the hook. Woohoo! Thanks for letting me off the hook. I don't have to be the bad guy.
This is amazing. Phil is trying to stop people from talking over him by saying that the show might get canceled if they do. Look, I'm talking over you, Phil. The show's doing just fine.
Helmut's off the hook, that's all I know.
I'm looking at the producers right now, and not a single person is nodding their head.
Beckley calls. Here comes the river.
Oh, and meanwhile, Alec has quietly gone runner on Josh Beckley. Why'd you check the turn, Josh?
What is that? That's all the bright checkers. It's like a peacock.
It's all the checkers, not just the bright ones.
This is a really tough spot for Beckley. Two pair is usually going to be the best hand. This isn't the worst board for two pair, but it's not the best either. Lots of things got there by the end, but the sick part is that this is exactly what Alec would do if he were bluffing also. Good laydown, Josh Beckley.
Sometimes you just want your own time, I guess. Button's good.
This is like...
It was $350. I probably shouldn't have folded.
I mean, like a bunch
But it
of
was
salads.
not $350, it was $350.
It was
Yeah.
$350.
Said I need about $350.
It was $350.
Just thought I was giving money away.
Hi, Jessica Dolly. Hi.
That's how I felt when I folded to
Listen, you got enough
175.
money, you can give it away.
Asher's got jacks.
Things you got to think about.
Cold deck alert. Whoop, whoop.
She does love charity.
I do love charity.
You know, Jessica Dolly just
That's
said
right.
she loves charity. She can't love charity that much because she has not
say this, let me
returned
stop.
any of my phone calls.
I'd be surprised, stunned, and proud of you if I didn't have the best hand right there.
If you had a pair going into the river, you had way the best of it.
What about the river?
Less than best.
A big raise to 1,500 from Michael Locke.
Wait, so you're saying you got there on the river?
I don't know what your pair was.
You're hurting my feelings right now.
I may or may not have rivered a pair of sixes.
You do love charity. You've been to at least 2 of my charity events.
That's right.
I did one at the Kentucky Derby. You were there.
I was there.
And then we did one in the Hamptons.
Also
Ooh,
there.
We're
Ooh,
living large.
ooh. Can't mention
Derby,
Hamptons.
Hamptons.
Private
Derby was
jets?
my event.
Yeah, that's
private
good.
jets. Yeah, we rode home
Private
together on the
jets,
jet
geez.
with 4 aces on the tail.
Is that
Also
aces
100
on the tail?
Yeah,
4 aces on the tail.
Sniff got rid of his
This is
jacks.
Badass jet.
And now it's up to Blake Bond.
4-bet coming.
Boom.
You bluffed me.
That's a re-raise then.
I was bluffing.
Right, that's more than 1,500. 2, 3.
I thought you would call.
I've never folded the same.
Unfortunately, I think this is going to get 2 folds. The only problem with fast playing your aces
Never folded that hand? I'll take the over.
is that sometimes they fold.
1, 2, 3.
Or you can slow play them and Phil Lock can run you down like that girl from House of Cards.
First time I folded that hand.
Ah, nice try, Lock, hey.
Don't you worry. You're gonna see it
Coming
right
up, we learned more than we ever cared to about Jessica Dolly's diet.
20 minutes, 20 minutes to go.
This is carrots.
For more from Poker Night, visit pokernight.com or find us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can see complete episodes and unedited live streams.
Jessica or Jennifer Tilly wasn't with us at the Derby that year, was she?
No, it was Robert Williamson.
She comes to the Derby without her boyfriend.
Yep, he, I hear, isn't a big fan of the Derby, but I'm not exactly
That's
sure.
just what you heard, though.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you like
Heard
the
it through
Derby?
a friend.
Locky with Queen 10 makes it 250.
It's a lot to travel. I'm not a horse guy. I don't know.
You know, I'm not attracted to horses that much
It's
either.
about all the pageantry. That's why we love it. It's also nice to like be on all the VIP lists. And
Jessica,
just
you are one of those
rolling.
crazy hats.
Yeah.
Got one of those limos. We get one of those
You have
stretch
to.
limos. We own 24/7.
Re-raise.
Stock it with Dom Perignon and cigars.
Sounds like a good time.
No,
Play
it really, it
Valhalla
really is
Golf
a lot of
Course
fun.
where they had the Ryder Cup. We feel like I feel like we own the city when we're down there.
It really is a lot of fun. Like,
Yeah.
just all the shenanigans outside of the actual derby. The race is like 2 minutes long.
Girls like the big
The race is nobody cares about the race,
The actual race, no.
except for all the people with, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars on it or more.
You see me roll.
You ever been to parks when
Am I
they had
gateway?
Derby?
You were saying whatever.
Last time I was at Parks, I actually bet on a horse for the first time in my life.
Did you win?
Oh.
Beckley ahead with a pair, up and down draw for Locky.
20 minutes, 20 minutes to go.
This is carrots.
And just what is Jessica Dolly eating? I knew she was cool, but I didn't know she was RoboCop.
Whoa.
I'm so hungry.
Is that baby food?
My stomach is actually growling.
I don't think you're allowed to call her baby.
I don't eat baby food like on a regular basis, but when I'm on the go, it's a good substitute. Keeps my mind fed and fueled up, and I still get like my vegetables and my fruit and everything, and I can eat it whilst I'm sitting at the poker table versus like stuffed in my face with like chicken or something, right?
By the way, Jessica, I put my phone on that charger for an hour, and no lie, it went from 1 to 2%. We're trying a new outlet. I don't know what it
It's a
is.
sick level.
check on
it
the
could be
turn.
it could be the cord. Or actually, it might be the base. I think
Bond
the base
Rivers
is
is 6. Does Locky have the know-how and the elbow grease to bluff with Queen High? He does.
What?
Tough call to make here with a pair of 6s. He's only beating bluffs, and there aren't that many, I don't think.
Phil, my back's a little sore, and I can spell profit with these chips. Maybe I'll call it a night.
Phil, that saying's meant for the guys that are up like 10 or 15,000.
I know, but how am I?
My girlfriend called. I
Oh,
gotta
I
go.
love that. That's always a classic. No, I gotta pick up my wife from work. Where's she work at 3 in the morning? What?
I always forget about that option.
Just got real.
Okay, Mike. Make it look good, and then fold.
Move the chips around. Look at the cards one more time. Yep. Oh, there we go.
Nah, I give that like a 4 out of 10.
Wish I had heart.
What'd you have? Show an 8 of diamonds.
one.
That's what I had. That's what I had.
I really wanted to move in. Wish I had heart. You had the best hand, but yeah, it was definitely the best hand.
That's how Blake Bond managed to defend Sparta with only 299 other guys.
He is winning though, so
That's true. That would help.
yeah. If he's losing, I really
When
can't do it.
Alex
That's
just
what
sitting
we do
there
right now.
playing 2 hands in orbit.
Is that a limp or?
I feel like Beckley's limping here, so he can't get
50,
3
it's
bet.
a call, not a limp.
And he can probably see a cheaper flop.
No exciting spots.
I put you on a club draw.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Jessica raises it up to 250 with Queen Jack.
Or something, or?
I don't know. It would have been close.
I think if I was Jessica Dolly, I'd have the baby food finished before I got to the table. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, but you have to eat 4 bites of food every 4 minutes on her diet.
Everyone criticizes when you play tight.
I guess I didn't have these.
I didn't expect a call there.
That's why you win. No.
Yeah, I should have raised.
I thought it was going to be a limp fold.
Beckley does get a semi-cheap flop. Pretty good flop for Josh Beckley. Just kidding. He is drawing dead to a chop or boating up.
It's 350.
I feel like you're always asking what I'm betting.
I can't see the chips.
No, it's fine.
Heads up.
Then I pull the trigger.
Yeah, that was tough.
There go the chop opportunities. Beckley's going to need to hit a king or a 10. And Jessica gets to bet again with the flop nuts.
No, I would have had to shove. I couldn't beat it.
How much is that?
I think Josh has got no choice but to call. He might raise considering how wet this board is. It's pretty hard to put your opponent on a flop straight.
6 in your face? This guy.
Just a call. She wants him hanging around as long as a king or a 10 doesn't hit.
Mr. Locke, I just checked.
Oh, no.
Like an Amazon Prime package, he gets there.
Apparently I was cooler card. No, sorry, not as a needle. I don't need
No, I know.
If you had lost like 10, 20K in that.
So Jessica Dulla is going to lose at least $1,200 more in this hand. Raise incoming. And he's repping only boats and bluffs with this raise.
Interesting.
And Jessica noticed his limp call before the flop. He would have been doing that with a lot of hands that are full houses now. Sometimes the same hand as hers. 9, 10, king 10, queen jack, all makes sense. Jessica does call. She ain't gonna like it.
How do you run that good? Obviously, I bought the nuts. I almost folded, but. What is it, 33.75?
Yeah, he's in the November 9 too.
I know.
For a reason.
Let's not forget this.
I was gonna fold the river, but I couldn't put him on a big hand because he limped pre-flop. So when he checked me on the river, I thought, really, he has like 9, 10 or king 10. Up until that point, I played the hand 100% correct, in my opinion. I was just pretty dejected and pretty upset with myself for making that call on the river, but, you know, move on from it and try to learn from it. Nice hand.
Thanks.
Phil, I want to pre-shake hands because I'm leaving if I lose this pot. I'm going to pre-shake your hand.
Phil, I have good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
Poker Night in America back at Seminole Hard Rock, Hollywood, Florida. Just to update you, blinds here are 25 and 50 in this no limit cash game. We're also playing with a $200 ante on the button.
Look at this, Bond 3-betting with 10-4 suited. I really was hoping this guy's name was pronounced Bone so I could say welcome to the Bone Zone.
Sorry, it just doesn't work that way.
If you defeat Bone, you can take his place in the Bone Throne.
It's Bon.
The Bond Throne?
No, that doesn't work.
Okay.
How are we looking?
You're kind of supposed to continue there once you hit a pair, but maybe just switch to cheap showdown mode. Seems reasonable. Checks around.
King on the turn.
A really bad card for Bon Diddley over there. Yeah, it doesn't work either.
No. I would entertain a Bon. Blake Bon.
Shaken, not stirred. And Kniff and Bon both river trips.
I want to see some action. Come on, guys.
I think there's going to be action. We got 2 guys with trips and a guy with a worse hand that is leading into both of them. I think both guys with 10s are going to have to just call. If you raise, it's very difficult to get called by a worse hand.
I think Tiltarelli is up a barrier, so.
Kniff giving this some serious thought. By the way, did you know Asher's uncle was one of the writers for Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Everyone else is trying to win while you're.
100% true. Big time inspiration for me. Watch out for snakes.
It's a lot easier to win. But at least somebody's not even interested in
I think a lot of people
Holy.
subconsciously try and
That is a very disciplined fold, like wrong, but super disciplined.
Well, I'm the worst.
Do not expect that kind of discipline from the ugly truth over there. It's another Gerard Butler reference. Just calm down. But Bond calls with a worse hand than Kniff folded and wins the whole pot.
I finally crossed over stuck the whole day. Now I'm up like $800. It's nice.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Isn't that the new term of like upstuck?
Upstuck, yeah. No.
No, now I'm
No,
at.
he
now
was
I'm
up 600.
Because
He
I'm
was
at my
up
highest.
600.
If you get back to even, then you're up stuck 800.
Yeah.
You
You're right
get
there
it
in your
correct.
journal.
If you're, up 6 and then you lose 2, you're up stuck 2. You're not up stuck 4. You take the amount you
there's no
lost
200
because you're trying to
this
deliver no information and that
sorry.
you're stuck, but you're up and you can't, so you're delivering the loss number.
Oh, okay, no,
Right? Doesn't that make more crazy?
Yeah.
I thought about it and I was like, well, yeah, if you're up stuck,
Phil's missed the whole
you
round.
might as well just communicate nothing.
Yeah,
and
of
just
course.
The
he doesn't
upstuck. Well, how
benefit
much
from,
upstuck?
like, leaving
2,200. That just means you're down 2,200 from your peak. You haven't communicated anything.
This upstuck thing is pure
It
genius.
might
I
be the
hate being
worst.
upstuck. I hate it. I'd rather just be stuck and upstuck. Because I get mad at
There needed to be a name for that, and now there is.
I'd rather be upstuck, I think.
Maybe not.
What does that term mean?
That you're up at one point, but you're not up your peak. So you're still up,
Yeah, I
but
prefer
you're not.
upstuck.
Wherever you're at from your peak.
Is it just me, or do poker players make up more terms than any other genre of people?
I'm only in one genre of people, so I don't know.
They make up more than like fraternity brothers. I swear.
I've coined a few.
Lay some on me.
Congratulations. It's when you have a friend who finishes in like 3rd or 4th place.
Got it?
All it takes is a chip and a chair. That's one I came up with in 2009.
I think that was somebody else.
Getting to the end.
I
Yeah, it's like
beg to differ.
Farewell, no.
Yeah, Asher Kniff made another big fold with a strong hand. Nitty nitty bang bang.
You eating all that health food over there, Ash. How's your prep for the November 9 going?
Mine?
Say it's strong.
Pretzels and beer. He's good. He's getting there.
You say it's strong to quite strong.
Oh, look at
That's
this.
okay.
Look at this. How
going about-
people
it's
like
going
to
about
put
as good
in
as
the
my
purple
day
chips.
today.
When I finally played, I get my best hand in a long time. I'm gonna share it with you in fold. This was like I was finally ready to do something. Right? You get a little piece of it, and then it just melts away. It's like one of those melty moments.
Is that Queen 3 again?
So Blake Bond makes it 3,000, and now it's back to Torelli. We haven't seen Torelli do a lot of losing on Poker Night in America.
You on, Nick?
Because he just knows what the H is up. He is keeping it 100.
Yeah, to mush them up into baby food.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, well, mush them.
Yeah, mush them up, put them on a grinder.
Add some, like,
If I
apricots
connect,
or
like,
something.
Yeah.
You know? They're organic.
That's high tarnation. It's gonna hurt.
Secret safe.
Organically salted.
I could wrap them in bacon
I
or
don't
something.
want it.
Why'd you offer that to her, not to the rest of us, you ass?
She's a girl.
Okay.
So why didn't you offer Joe any?
Ouch. Wow, Josh
Well,
just cracked his
because
first
you
joke
have
in
a
3 years.
Oh, we missed it.
Basically said that Joe has a vagina.
I like it.
First
Sizzle.
joke in
Good
years.
joke.
Bond's got the advantage of being the aggressor
I can feel
here,
the burn.
and he's in position. But I still like Alec.
It's irrelevant. He's getting 7th, and I'm getting 1st, so.
Josh is like, good luck, idiot. And smoke you.
I like my spot more than I like your spot.
Of course.
Torelli calls.
It literally.
Here comes the turn.
I agree with you.
Okay, maybe now I like Bond. Check to Bond again. I'm not sure a bet would get Alec to fold much better than a 7, so I think Bond might slow down a little
Yeah,
bit.
that really counted. That's where I went with it. The whole
There's
life.
the
like a
check.
lot of
Show
things
me a
that
river,
affect
please.
That was not what I was thinking.
No?
So pair 7's good.
There. Yeah, of course. You know.
That was my
I have no idea what Alec's gonna do here, by the way, but I know whatever it is, it's correct.
Whatever he's doing is what you should do.
Absolutely.
10,500.
Phil's
Wow.
right now online. Look at
Torelli.
strategy for 15.
Banging this
Set.
river.
And now that he's done it, I can tell you this is correct because he's correctly identified that his hand is no good at showdown,
That'd actually be a good
and
thing.
that Bond has got something marginally he can fold,
No, you would never want to say
but that would probably beat Ace Queen when they table their hands.
I feel like I have the best hand. I still
Well,
feel like
no,
I'm gonna throw it away.
It's an absolutely massive bet on a board where it's hard to be huge.
I mean, I got a pair, and I hate folding pairs. Like, folding sucks.
Folding pairs, folding socks. What's this guy talking about laundry so much for?
Alec Torelli is on a whole different poker level than 98% of the players on this planet.
I really felt like I read the situation right. I had a plan in trapping him the whole time. I thought he was really weak pre-flop. And on the river, I felt like he actually made a pair when I thought that I could represent a hand like aces, kings, or queens by betting. And I just thought that he would fold to a big bet. And so I just put him in a tough spot, and it worked out for me.
Nice hand.
Thanks.
We get it, Alec. You're good at poker. Gah.
And we come back. Phil Locke uses words.
I'm the one surfing my subconsciousness and consciousness and the whole mess that's happening.
Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night in America. Here is where we're at for day 2 here at Seminole Hard Rock. Blake Bond making the most of his first trip to Poker Night in America, up over 12K.
Not a lot of winners on that list, but you know who is a winner? You, the people at home. Drive safe, everybody.
No, Stapes, where are you going? Where are you going, dude? We still got the Phil Locke Supercut.
All right, I'll stay for that.
I don't think you zoom up. There, you see, check it. King high. King what? Show. And it was like right there. It was the same time. If you're water and it's the 10,000 years before Christ, and you're a water molecule in the Grand Canyon, you're not thinking, hey, oh, I'm gonna etch away this rock. You're just hanging out living. It's like when the Romulans and the humans make a deal about. In my paradigm, I'm wearing goggles. I can't see hardly at all, right? But it's fun to wear goggles when you play poker, so who cares if you can see or not? It's like Douglas Adams used to wear one of his characters wore the Joe Janta 200 super chromatic peril sensitive sunglasses, and all they were sunglasses that turned instantly black at the hint of any danger. That way, if you're about to crash into a plane, at least you don't feel the fear of it, So that's half the goggle love right there. Well, when the Romulans broke the intent of the treaty for the peace zone, and it was for Captain Picard or whoever, maybe it was the other guy, Kirk, that had to make the decision. Well, they didn't break the rule, but they broke the spirit of the thing. That could have, in theory, been generated in that half to another second. Maybe Twilight Zone door shifted it by a half a second. The time compressions aspect of it was like in a because I'm the one surfing my subconsciousness and consciousness and the whole mess that's happening. That's robbing your consciousness of, precious mind units, whatever, for dancing here. So I just try not to get involved in the side stuff so that I can focus on,
Take a breath.
yeah, getting to.
You ever get done listening to somebody talk and you have no idea what they just said?
Tuesday.
From Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida, this is Poker Night in America. Welcome back to Poker Night in America. I'm Chris Hansen, he's Joe Stapleton, and we're wrapping up day 2 here at Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida.
Coming up on today's show, the two Phils tango.
I gotta get lucky, boys.
See who ends up with a rose in his mouth.
Phil, I have good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
Blake Bond is bad to the Bond, and Esther Taylor Brady shows up to satisfy the network's bizarre hyphenated name requirement.
We continue day 2 here at Seminole Hard Rock. Brand new players sitting down. Abby Daniels, brand new as in she's not been at the game today. It's not like her first day playing.
Yeah, she's not brand new to planet Earth. She's a little bit older.
On the 10-8-2-2
Lines here are 25 and 50 in this no limit cash game.
What is
We're
wrong
also
with you?
playing with a $200 Annie on the button.
Lance, would you believe this, that Beckley raised and forgot he had a hand and walked away on the flop? Just forgot he had a hand. He walked away.
I am losing to this kid. How is that real?
We call him back. We're like, are you out? He's like, what?
Yeah. Here, Beckley.
Oh, I don't think
I
he
just want you to know
realizes
there's
it.
a hand, okay? This
No,
is
he
your
doesn't
hand.
realize it
You can
either.
fold it. Okay.
He
We're good.
obviously
I
doesn't
saw that
realize
one.
it.
Okay, good.
This is it's awesome.
Am I winning? Yeah.
Of course he is.
Matt, I miss you,
Is that
Matt.
a real question? Is that a real
I
question?
miss you at the table. I miss you.
How's
Your
that?
hand as well. I think you played this one well.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
Still lock coming in. He's got the goggles on.
I didn't even know Phil was playing in this game or is just experiencing an Oculus Rift. Abby Daniels getting a good price. She's in.
That was very bizarre.
Literally, it's like when someone folds. under
Phil
the
lock
cushion or
flops a
whatever, like,
flush
aces.
and leads with it. I
No,
like
oh,
it.
the
There's
big
lots
one,
of
you know,
draws
like
out there.
Oh, okay.
He's eating baby food.
Yeah, no, not
Yeah,
you. You
so
do
I'm
what
calling
you
raise
do.
that.
I'm calling.
Do what
She's
you
eating
do.
You do
baby
what you do
food.
best.
With the king ten spades.
Why are you eating that?
Just couldn't really.
Here comes a turn.
Just
Your thing?
confused us.
Your thing you're doing?
I was just
Is that
gonna
new
go
thing? Yeah.
bait, and then
Did you just go?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was talking to
The lock 25.50 with his
It
bet.
looks really good.
I mean, that's bigger than pot size bet.
Oh, thanks.
We know where your priorities
Just
are.
an elimination diet to figure out what foods really bother me.
I actually think this might be
no
kind of an
dairy,
easy
no
fold.
sugar,
Yeah,
no
bones up and down, but Phil's giving him a terrible
Yeah.
price, and he could be and
I'm
is
super tired
drawing
of looking
dead.
at because of my autoimmune disease or whatever. So like I was hoping that would help a lot more. It has helped some, but not. I'm still
I just
really
want you to
tired.
know if I look down at like hair there when I look at your
25.50?
hair, everyone assumed you folded.
You can
I
have
was
as
gonna
much.
throw it in.
So like every meal you have a serving of protein like this. You know, like I.
Wow, he really wants to run Phil down.
Like you have fruit. Have two
Luckily, he was
Except
coming
that he
back.
can't.
work out, you can have 5 meals in a day. Like there's no like you're not shouldn't be hungry at all. That's why people are like, oh, you're dieting. I'm like, not really. I'm just eating good food. Yeah.
I should have checked it like 4 times.
And he missed.
No, that
Well, that should be the
Good,
end
I'll
for
play
Blake
his hand,
Bond.
you know? Okay.
But it ain't the end for Phil Locke. He's a milking machine, and he ain't gonna stop till he gets 50 gallons.
That's what was your look was priceless because you thought it was like a non-event hand. Like
Yeah,
literally, you thought it was
was
like king 4 off.
I hope that didn't like give anything off, but I mean, he's also an idiot for leaving, so.
Yeah.
If it did. Sure.
I like you, but yeah.
Another huge overbet of the pot. 10,650 is this
Well, they
bet.
straddle every hand.
10
so
what?
the raise
10
size
6?
is a bit bigger. Straddle
Phil's
stuff
really
bigger.
taken away Blake's ability to
Straddle's
re-bluff
bigger,
here.
sure.
No draws hit.
Love the straddle.
It's tough for him to rep anything other than a boat or a
Straddle
bigger
is like
flop
350.
flush.
Yeah, I mean, but there's two.
Time to make like the epic poker league and fold.
Yeah.
And
Compared to
Blake
175, but like the raise and calls are like 350 calls.
says no
so
more,
straddle
and
there's
Phil Locke.
75,
See,
so it's like
definitely-
you
200.
just played
It's definitely
10-7 of spades.
with
That's it. You
straddles.
just win.
Not even close.
No big deal.
Because people open. So like if
You
it's a
wait
straddle,
for all
people
these
open
big
to, like,
hands
150.
for it. Just play
People
10-7
open
of
to
spades
normal open
and win.
with
The goggles, they do nothing.
It's different on the.
Well, that was one of Phil's cards.
Nice card, Phil.
Coming up next on Poker Night in America, Blake Bond loses his mind. And maybe his chips.
Stick around. More Poker Night in America after this.
For more from Poker Night, visit pokernight.com or find us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can see complete episodes and unedited live streams.
Did we do our tip pot yet?
No, next one, I guess.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
Got him.
Oh, I was asleep.
You didn't put your big blind out.
I fell asleep. Well, I just had some mashed
and
potatoes and meatloaf and a beer. I had a third of the beer, but that's enough to set me back.
No, but you won a big pot while you were sleeping.
Blake Bond raising king 7 off. He might want to rein it in a little.
You weren't really asleep, right? Went 250, 255. Hold on, were you really asleep for real?
For
Hold
real.
on, Phil. You were really asleep or no? I don't think you were. I had a third of a beer though. Okay, I had 20% of a beer.
Josh Beckley makes it 2,050.
That could be a mistake.
Blake is not taking your advice, Joe.
Yeah, what's
This
going
flop
on
could
over
hurt
there?
a lot right now.
You and me
Maybe we should
both,
call him
buddy.
Blake Bono
I
because
think
he
real
still hasn't
things
found
can
what
be
he's
lived
looking
right
for. And he got called by the one hand that has him dominated. Not really sure what his plan is.
Yeah, where did he go?
I don't know. I literally just realized he was gone. He left actually.
Beckley
before I-
continues.
before
26?
No, he left after me because he moved for me to get up.
All right. Well,
Oh, really? I
either
thought
you
y'all-
got me or I
must have
got
been,
you,
like, right at
right?
the same time.
One of the
Like,
two.
I don't know if you have anybody at this point.
Well, he's
call what you
floating,
think, right?
hopefully with the intent of taking it away on the turn. Not really sure what Beckley does here.
How much are you playing?
I think that queen is going to connect a lot with Bond's range. We know Beckley's ahead, but in his mind, he probably thinks he has to
See that
bluff
or
with
no?
this again,
Yeah,
so
I
I
can see that
expect
too,
we're
yeah.
going to see a bet.
Perfect.
50-50 is the bet here, 5,050.
Of course, it's entirely possible Beckley knows Bond is full of more beans than a taco salad. But if Blake Bond manages to win this pot somehow, I will eat my hat, and I will have you know that my hat is made of a delicious taco salad full of those very same beans.
Oh, I didn't want to say anything.
Aw, now I don't get to eat my delicious salad hat.
Sorry, you're just going to have to continue to wear it. You've got sour cream on your shoulder. Big win for Josh Beckley.
Hashtag disgusting.
Yep, drink up, buddy boy.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough run good.
All right, you can ante for me every time then. Sound good?
Yeah.
How about we just make Phil ante every hand?
That
Every
would be
time he's
great.
not here.
Every orbit that he misses.
You guys remember when we nine-handed?
Every orbit he misses.
Well,
200.
hey, he's famous.
Eight-handed poker is so much better though. Nine-handed is.
It is.
Again,
if we
we're
just
gonna
move
argue.
the-
We're gonna argue that you're correct unless Phil is.
You do not disrespect the great one while he's not here. You do it like everyone else does,
You
to his
wanna go,
face.
like, do more commentary.
Blake Bond's got 6-8, and he continues to play hands there.
Like no one's gonna like.
I think
All you
that's
gotta do is like
putting it
three-bet
very
me enough,
kindly.
and then we'll play a big pot, and then I'll go do it.
You and me? We don't play big pots. We
I
do
don't
normally
open
have it
enough
by
for
the river.
anybody to throw. I never have. I don't have a hand that often.
I only 3-bet you because it's like you open when I have it. If you're in here, I might have it. Let's see.
If you call, I'd be really oh, you just called?
Me? Oh. I'm out
We
of
don't
there.
care. You're folding. You're out of position.
Yeah. Well, I like to call, though.
I was gonna say if he called, I was gonna call, but I mean I kind of have to call. I need 2 cards.
I mean, those cards have to be
Prove
blank for you
that
not
it's not
to
just
call.
Beckley
me,
getting
guys.
a great price pre-flop. Well, that's all the 4s out.
Do it yet?
Torelli flops a boat. Beckley also hits a 4.
I mean, flop trips and you have
tried to do it last
1%
time.
equity.
I want you to know, Mike
Wonderful.
was sitting
This
here.
time, whether I
Mike was sitting in your seat before, and he paid it like 4 times. So,
And yet it's Blake Bone who's betting, or Bon, whichever you prefer. It's going to be harder for him to win this pot than for Jessica to get the rest of that baby food out of the jar with a fork.
8 times, yeah.
I paid it once this session. I'm probably, like, all of us are supposed to probably have paid it like twice by now.
The variance
At
is
least by
just-
the end. Yeah, I'm
I mean,
like,
Phil,
where I'm
Phil
supposed to
fading this. Honestly, I don't think
It's
there's
a
a 5
joke.
in the deck. I swear.
joke.
Torelli and Beckley both smooth call.
Epic fades with Phil. ET, you have a spoon?
Yeah, let me grab it.
Let me look at my purse.
You could have at least gave me
4,000?
like the, let me check.
That was pretty convincing.
If you don't have a spoon, then you're
Does a
far and away
chopstick
ahead.
work?
Well, obviously you have chopsticks.
Obviously. I mean, it's just like you just have them always.
And y'all
No
wonder
reason
why
not
they
to
can't find anything in
There
their
really isn't a
purses
reason.
because they're full of
They like
chopsticks.
double with so many. They double with so many.
I don't
things.
think that would help in this situation. I think you're better
I'm
off
thinking about the
sticking.
chopsticks.
I'd
I
use
might
the
start
other
carrying
end of the fork.
some around
See,
with me all
that's
the
the
time.
Boy Scout way.
It's more
Put them in
spoon-like.
your hair.
There's
catch flies.
nothing.
Really
there's-
smooth
I
calling
can't think
again.
that You can't use them for it.
That's right. You can stab someone with them, with their eyes or something. Like, it's just
Don't give people ideas.
I'll name something you can't do with chopsticks. Eat baby food out of a jar.
Ding.
I mean, you could, but it'd just be really slow. Excuse me, I've been handed a
God.
secret message.
Only Phil can read it because of his goggles.
It's written in a different ink.
He's needed on the mothership. Josh Beckley, by the way, stands to lose a significant amount of money in this hand.
Thanks, Phil.
This is a pretty icy cold deck.
In the meantime, I'm more interested in what's written on that note that Phil Locke is looking at, and Jessica opened another jar of baby food.
Wow, Beckley folds. Josh knows only one of these 2 jokers can have a 4. He is suspicious. Nice fold. I actually feel like Blake's bet kind of just cost Alec money because without him in this pot, Josh loses a lot more to Torelli.
River is a 5, and I don't know how much money Blake is going to bet here, but I just have a feeling something's going to be bet. There is no check in this man's game.
Goonies never say die, and neither does Blake Bond.
6,100.
Whew.
Oh, my. The sound you can't hear right now, but should, is Alec Torelli tap dancing.
Yeah, see that face he's making right there? That's the poker player equivalent of doing cartwheels and fist pumping himself into oblivion.
All in.
What does Blake Bond do for a living? And don't say play poker because I'm the funny guy here. He is tilting harder than a pinball machine on the Titanic.
Well, Blake has realized that although it wasn't for trying, he is going to have to fold. Obvious. Everyone knows that you have nothing. You played it valiantly. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Just trying.
He's a real good trier. Good night, you princes of poker, you kings of South Florida. Coming up after the break, it's 2 Phils, 1 pot.
Phil, I have good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
No goggles today. I just realized.
Sometimes I just can't help myself, and I have to go skiing during the daytime. I don't know. It's weird.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America in South Florida. Beaches, palm trees, poker.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Is that Seminole Hard Rock with Joe Stapleton and Chris Hansen. Say hello, Joe.
I policed myself.
Gators, malt liquor, trailer parks. They've really got it all here.
No, I
Phil Hellmuth finally back at the table.
Obviously.
but figured it out.
Did he grow like 6 inches while he was gone?
He does look bigger.
You're in for 2.
This hand has just not played well for me today.
You're gonna run good now.
300.
Must be ace 10.
Ace 10 is a good guess.
Right? It's strong,
It's a really
right?
good guess.
Pretty
I
strong,
have not
right?
won with ace 10 today. I've had it a bunch of times.
Wow.
Pretty good read.
Pretty good.
I played
Pretty
it
good
every
run.
time.
You had ace 10 a bunch today.
Folded a couple pre-flop.
If I looked at
Welcome
the
back
ace
to
10
the
right
Blake
now, I'd
Bond
be like
car
doing
crash.
chariots of fire, fist pumping people.
Yeah.
Today has not been
Win 0
his
pots
best
with
of
it.
days. He was running so
least I had
good, too.
opportunity.
And it all just fell apart.
Look down in the ace and the 10.
He's finally folded. Good for him.
I've even seen him fold a pre-flop once.
You're playing.
Guaranteed Phil Law calls with any 2 cards. Love him.
Deal.
They just get it all in.
Right?
2 boards
Strong,
or 1
right?
board? Up
One's
to you.
good.
Right?
One
Strong,
board.
right? No, nothing? Nobody?
You have me beat.
Congrats.
You have me beat.
Very good beat.
Oh, I do have you beat.
Pick it, right?
Yep.
I don't know, Phil.
I knew exactly it was ace 10.
It took me like 2 seconds to call my whole stack with ace 10 offsuit.
You
So
saw me fold.
All right, 1 board. I got to get lucky, boys.
What card? Wait, hold on.
I
What card
feel
are you
like
looking for?
How many times?
okay, wait, Phil. I
How
just
many
want to say
times?
this, Phil. I want to pre-shake hands because I'm leaving if I lose this pot. I'm going to
now I gotta
pre-shake
root
your
for the
hand.
ace 10. This is the same.
I'm going to pre-shake because I just want to get it all one more time good. You know?
It's not even a fun sweat.
29.
How do you know?
So
Come on,
hope
we
it's
need
the
like a
thickest
queen.
laurel.
We
So
need like a
hope it-
queen. All right,
wait,
all right.
we
There's
got a
some outs
chance.
there.
Give him a jack on the river.
No, that would be
I
bad.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be it. King Jack.
Phil, I have good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
I had it on the flop, but you hit running king.
No, you
he
win
would
the
never do
pot.
that.
You win the
would
pot,
never-
no
you would never
problem.
do that. What's the bad news? What's the bad news, though?
You just say.
That's good. The bad news is now you have to stay and lose it to me in another pot.
I thought for sure he was going to say that.
Phil's got some chirping chips now.
Now we're playing the game at least.
Oh, now we're back in it.
Now
Why do I
we're
have to
playing
double?
poker. Once Phil doubles up, then we can start playing poker.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
write a
what am I
letter
going to
about
do
it.
with this hand?
I'm up stuck
You're gonna
29.75.
limp.
Y'all saw how
You're
much it
gonna
was.
Am I going to limp?
Limp, yeah, you should limp. I already looked, so you should
I
limp.
feel like I'm supposed to go 300.
no.
Keep
Limp,
going through it. I'm going to make it
limp.
6K next time. Don't worry.
Okay, I'll limp.
I doubled you up just so I have
You got
something
Alex.
to
Wow. Double limp.
get after.
All right, I'm not even gonna bother with you kids. I'm
Oh,
scared.
man. I want to just.
Well, Blake Bond is raising finally with some primo cards.
All right, this
I mean,
is
I'll
like
probably still end up folding pre-flop,
this
but
is-
it's still fun, right?
So depressing. I have to fold this.
Okay, you weren't invited. You.
I got to play.
You don't have to.
I
He
don't
wants
want
to
to
be
go.
up. He doesn't want to be upstuck
You
as
don't
much
have
as he
to,
is.
right?
I just
Hold
lost
on, hold on,
2,900.
time. Everybody, we're good?
For what?
Call? Like, that fast?
Yeah, is there anybody else who would like to call the raise? Because he is getting zero respect.
It's because he has yet to show down a winner. I'm really pulling for him here, but it's not looking good.
Check.
Check.
Why is everybody so quiet?
Trying to hear your heartbeat.
It's beating fast. Don't worry.
The two of us that folded are pretty upset.
That's a big bet.
We wanted to be in the action.
Somehow he knows he doesn't want to see a diamond.
I fold.
Or an ace, or a king, or a queen, or another 9.
So the 2,075 bet is getting rid of some of the clutter.
Of course, Alex Torelli absolutely cannot leave this pot.
I'm all in. Get a 5, huh?
Yeah, I was actually gonna do that.
All the chips are in the middle.
Nope.
I
Oh.
called, so I'm.
Oh.
You want once?
Yep.
Okay, let's go once.
I think Bond played this one perfectly. Oh man, Alex Torelli is so good. Makes the flush twice.
Yeah, pot's too big to fold.
Understand.
So,
For sure. Thank you.
yeah.
Good game.
Good game.
Blake.
Unlucky.
Take care. All right, appreciate it.
I mean, he has like Jack 10 of diamonds a lot too, though, on the flop when he bets like that. So my hands are great. I'm pretty happy to get it in
Looks
against.
like an overpair to me. He gave that my heart's racing. He gave the speech as if he had the overpair.
Yeah, sometimes he does. It's hard to have an overpair though.
There's a rule you're not allowed to have that much money. You have to distribute it evenly around the table.
Yeah, you have to pay the blinds for at least one round now. So
I'm in.
I've had plenty of days where it's the opposite. Nobody paid me blinds.
Phil Locke raises to 400 with Jack 3.
In poker night, if you get over 40,
It's not a premium hand, so you're hoping to get Locky?
I don't think he's hoping to get Locky at all. I think that he's planning on barreling this all the live long day and bluffing off these two ladies.
Wasn't any good.
But that's why.
Or that.
Come
Saw me
on.
limp under the gun, considering raising.
I thought that was
Just what kind of HUD is inside that ski mask?
I mean, same as he had.
Wasn't it just about 8 minutes ago he got a letter that was delivered to him by somebody at
Raise the Jack 3.
I'm sorry, but I don't buy any of this.
So not a great, like not the best run out. I mean, obviously McDiamond, which is great. But.
Luckily for Daniels and Taylor Braden, neither one of them are catching anything.
Should like it on the river too.
Phil's not going to let this check around a second time. Time to start building a pot. Just the way his alien overlords built those pyramids thousands of years ago.
Exactly, and put all those rocks in that
last time that he
formation.
overbet the pot, he was bluffing. So I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna raise him actually.
You
with
get,
king
I
high.
mean, obviously king
On the
4-4.
flop, I'm like really happy
You
with
saved,
my hand.
he saved so much money.
He might have like
you would've gotten stacked,
seven
for
of
sure.
diamonds, and he's just drawing really slim.
What was your kicker for? What?
I would
What
have
you
done
have?
the same thing.
10-8 of diamonds. He's just drawing dead.
Yeah.
Against my hand.
Yep. I can't fold to.
Abby
what,
Daniels
4-7?
could station
That's actually
here.
a big fold 'cause I have a worse
Sixes are
score
going to
for
be
it.
the best hand a fair amount of the time.
Really?
For.
I mean,
Who's the board kicker?
Daniel
Oh, but, like-
folds over to Ite. She just pops it
Oh
up.
yeah, that's true on the turn.
The important thing is that when you're going to wait a long time to play a hand, make sure you bet into the near nuts when you're drawing dead.
He could also just be drawing.
Good
dead.
fold,
You
by the
just
way,
have
Abby
king
Daniels.
four.
Way to get out of the way.
Or Jack's fold.
you had king 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far you've had king 4.
I almost called the river, but because I know you folded a 4, but I just knew he'd have me beat, so I shoved. I should never raise the river there.
I thought there was like a 2% chance
Uh-oh.
of kings full.
He goes all in with kings on the river.
Oh,
He's never gonna bet 60.
Lock wastes no time making the call.
If he went all in, I would have like thought about folding. Like legitimately thought about folding. If he went all in, I would have been like, oh
I mean, the good news is at least she didn't get sucked out on. I mean, a pair of deuces had her beat, so.
that is true. Absolutely nothing for Ite, but firing
I'm
at that
hoping he
river.
bluffs the river when he bets.
And now Phil Locke is the hottest player
Always like
at the table.
if he's valuable.
When we come back, we'll find out the winners and losers for tonight here at Hard Rock.
Oh, I can't wait.
Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night America. Welcome back to Poker Night in America. All right, here's what you've been waiting for, the winners and losers. As we wrap up day number 2, Alec Torelli, Phil Locke are two big winners, both of them over $20,000. And as for the losing side of it, Blake Bond. Ay, ay, ay.
Blake Bond, more like Blake Gone. Coming up next week, it's more Phil Locke, only this time he's brought his GF, Jennifer Tilley.
Plus, Matt Plants, David Baker, and Jennifer Harmon. Not a bad lineup. We've got more Poker Night in America online at pokernight.com or connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch for up-to-the-date information, full episodes, and unedited live streams. For Joe Stapleton and Chris Hansen, see you next time on Poker Night in America.
Well, that was one of Phil's cards.
Nice call.
Phil has no idea that the 10 of spades was over, by the way.
Phil's drunk.
From the Rivers property in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this is Poker Night in America. Welcome to Poker Night in America. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we are at the Rivers property. Phil Locke and Jennifer Tilley are on the same table today, and it might not be big enough for the two of them, Stapes.
Of course it's big enough. It's big enough for like 9 people.
No, I meant it more of like a metaphor, like, you know, there could be some weirdness with both of them at the table.
No, they get along quite well at the table, actually.
Well, did you know that there's a guy at the table that we think actually might be a robot?
Now I'm in.
Day 1 at Rivers, the buy-ins go from 5K to 20K. It looks like the 10,000 buy-in was awfully popular, Joe.
Yeah, Dave Eldridge and Sam Fried Gant. Fried Gant. They're the only two who didn't buy in for 10K.
You might not recognize David from last year. He was on the show from Pittsburgh, but he didn't have a beard.
Yeah,
he looked totally different.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him for a second. And then those wise eyes shining up over the hair.
What?
Lower visage. And I was like, oh, I remember you.
It does smell gasoline.
It does.
Yeah.
It went away. It smells really
It's
strong.
over
I think
here
it's
now.
moving that way.
Still.
Everyone smells gasoline. Maybe they all have brain tumors.
David has a what do you call it? Not game theory, plan. Every time I'm in the hand, he's going to be in the hand. Okay, we'll see.
Weird.
See, David.
See, don't take it personal. Weird. Because every time that anyone's in a hand, I'll be in the hand.
Matt, I didn't miss that. Matt, I know when I'm being. Oh, I shouldn't have checked. Okay, but I'll probably bet the next.
It's a good line.
You check around to the turn. It's a 9, so Eldridge makes the straight.
I should have looked.
Now I'm gonna bet.
I-
I'll make it 3.
Something then reversed, like saying I should have bet.
Good way to kick things off,
But it made-
especially if you're going to have someone drawing dead against you, betting into you.
Oh, no goggles today. I just realized.
Well, yeah,
Everybody
I'm
wants
on
to
the plane
pick on
today
Miss
in my
Tilly.
mind.
Yeah, you weren't
Then all of a
prepared.
sudden I was.
You're showing your face today.
Tilly calls. So our first pot of the night is up over 3,000.
Pretty loose call.
I actually brought the goggles, but I don't know. They come out mood dependent, so it seems like it's always a favorite, but I don't know.
Oh, I think people like to see your facial expressions on the TV and stuff.
Yeah.
It makes it more fun to watch.
Right. Sometimes I just can't help myself, and I have to go skiing.
Eldridge has got the nuts.
I don't know. It's a weird.
Time to bring it on down to Valueville.
I can't explain it.
That's a massive bet. I don't even remember how you play.
After all the thinking it through, what are we doing here, Jennifer Tilly?
Or you had a big pocket pair and you're waiting for me to catch up.
She really wants the call.
I call.
She does.
Ah, gut shot.
Ah, second pair, not
really,
good
really
to an
hard.
overbet on the river. What?
The flop, I guess.
Now, granted,
How
she's
much
probably
is that?
played with him before and knows he's
I
capable of
need
doing
more
that with a
money.
worse hand.
Can I get some chips?
Sure, yeah, whatever.
Gut shot.
Look at that,
Now, how
see?
much money is
All
this?
you have to do is be
20.
a pretty girl and
20?
cry, and someone throws a stack of money at you.
It should be 20.
It's possible we might get involved in another pot at some point.
Who? Me and you?
Me and Jen.
Possible.
The ultimate ideal hand for you would be to bluff, fill off a
and get-
turn, and then get her for the
Yes.
river a big pot.
Right, and I would have had the best hand.
Yeah, that would have been
Alonzo.
that's nuts for David.
Ace
Actually,
is-
I want to bet with the second best hand, have her call with the worst,
Yeah.
and you fold the
Yeah,
best.
that
That's
would be
really
the-
like my
that's the
ultimate
thing.
dream.
That would cause maximum pain.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Against free base at
It's
325.
like those video games where the bullet goes through 2 people and you get a special kill.
So now if he
achievement.
bets big on the river and she calls, you can't fold behind now.
Right now, I'm trapped in a math circuit. I have to burn out.
You
and
can't let
call.
it happen.
That was a
Wow.
pretty awkward race, but we accept.
Almost a
Speaking of maximum pain, aces against king, queen suited could cause
that what
maximum
he
pain
will
if a
be,
king or a queen flops.
David wants to play every hand.
Yeah, no.
Over here.
What do you mean once to?
I'm gonna play this one.
It's something in the name.
Yeah. I smelled a repop.
Oh man, an Eldridge 4 bets king,
Yeah.
queen off. What a dream this
That's
is
what I
turning
need to see,
into
like-
for aces.
Wow, you guys.
Jen, why are you looking?
Because if it's aces, it's a free roll. You get to.
I should call with this hand.
Can I look?
What?
It would go with the game dynamic.
I didn't expect to see that hand when she said that.
What is going on?
So Sam is part of a team that's created an AI that plays
lots of
poker. Look at
pictures,
this. You can see all the meep, 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 meep going on in his head right now.
I just love this hand.
I like his.
Well, ignore computer. That is the right play if you're him.
You can do
Computer
it.
says all
I
in.
have to fold.
Has anyone at the table not raised this hand pre-flop?
So sad.
Yeah, I
Wait,
did.
Sam, did you say all in?
Just put some
He said
chips
all
in.
in,
Put,
yeah.
put the orange
Oh
chips
wow,
in.
that's interesting.
If Eldridge were last to act, he may call here, but he's still got Baker to worry about.
Well, we knew
He
that.
has no money. Wow, you folded? How much?
Maybe that's
doesn't
why
have
they
much
call
left.
you fish.
That's why David raised.
How much you have? You have me covered? I mean,
I don't think you have to turn your hands up.
what do you have? You have another 3,000? I have to call. I'm getting 2 to 1. Okay, let's go.
ODB does call.
Right. I want to see these tickets. I want to see
They're
these
not
tickets.
good.
Dealer, I request to see that hand.
Hey, do we get some?
You don't
Can I
have
get some
to, they
chips?
said.
I request to see that hand win or lose.
You don't have to. They said.
We can sweat. We can sweat it. If I have any outs after the flop,
Do you guys want to?
if I have it,
Well, he's not going to turn
I'll turn it up. I don't care.
Oh, like in a
I'm not
tournament,
sure.
that'd be fun.
Just don't have aces.
I think he has aces.
That's obvious. It has aces.
Check out Sam's Smile program working overtime right now.
I knew
At least I have 3 outs.
Well, no, you don't want him to have 2 kings because that's the worst matchup.
Ace king.
Oh,
Ace
right.
king.
I'm sure.
I just had to get through the good hand.
Ain't many kings left in this deck.
Yeah, nothing.
Nice.
Give us 6 just for a sweat.
Hey, I need some chips.
All sorts of outs.
Let's go.
You're more live than a hand grenade.
Yeah, you can make it straight. I think we should have a 4 now. A 4.
This would be grosser than taking a black light into my bedroom.
Nice hand.
Straight. How unlucky did I get?
Yeah.
It's new motherboard time for Sam Gansfried.
The one. Yeah.
Hey, did I
Paid
call
for
it?
by David Baker.
Did you guys notice my
much
magic
is it?
power of card calling?
Breathe. He literally couldn't breathe.
For more from Poker Night, visit pokernight.com or find us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can see complete episodes and unedited live streams. Welcome back to Poker Night in America at Rivers
I have
in
another
Pittsburgh
expression.
with
Wait,
Joe
one more.
Stapleton.
Okay.
I'm Chris Hansen.
I have like a,
And it's time
I
for
have
a photo op.
expression. All right.
That guy looks a lot like you, Chris Hansen.
Now everybody throw your chips in the air. That's
Yeah, I don't talk about him much, but that's my twin brother, Tad.
you.
Tad Hansen. He does the floor directing while we're on
Thank you.
location.
I see he got all the looks.
I mean, that's what I'm doing anyway.
Someone had to swim at the shallow end of the gene pool.
So we can get some
If you
people
could
to
hook me
come
up with
watch
some
this
real
game.
hands right now, I could
Oh,
make
here
a
we
lot
are.
of money
Oh,
because,
these are good pictures.
you know,
Look.
they don't think I ever
Wow.
have it.
We could not be more photogenic. I can't see very well because I have my contacts in.
I'm not even sure if you're allowed to raise as much as this guy's raising.
Come on. I got to action. Somebody has to bring action this game. Matt Glantz isn't here, so.
Yeah, but you have there's Wi-Fi here.
This is a really good picture. I think Sam looks the best because he's closest to the camera.
The poker room Wi-Fi. It's
I can't see very well.
The password is Crosby.
Oh, great. Now Matt Glantz is giving out the internet passwords for the poker rooms.
I got to
Great.
look first.
Do you have any tips
I might
to
have something this
improve being photogenic?
No, not
Would it be
really.
Rivers guest? Rivers
You know what's
poker
good if he does a high
Wi-Fi? Poker
angle.
Wi-Fi?
And then capital C.
Okay, this one is going out into the world.
Crosby.
I'm putting it out into the Twitter sphere, the first one. First I'll put it in Twitter. Then I'll say live streaming right
When I
now.
first
It'll
saw
be
it, I
like
thought
an
it was a beeper.
advertisement here.
I just think it's like an old beeper.
There we go. We got that. Now.
It should be good.
What's happening?
Yo, these Davids, they put some chips in the pot. Look at these guys.
Eldridge raised with his queens, got called by Baker, and bad news for
action this
Baker.
game.
He hit his jack.
That was very bad news. He said nobody ever believes he has it. Well, he's got it now, but it ain't good enough. This is a great board for 2 queens.
Do you need some chapstick?
What?
Do you need some chapstick?
That would have been a way less interesting Bible story, David versus David.
What do you think Sam flew all the way from New York for, just to play in this game when he heard what's going on?
I was in California at the time.
Well, you flew really far.
I was excited to
set up.
He heard they were going to be giving away free Wi-Fi passwords. Couldn't pass up the extra EV.
You flew all the way in from California?
Well, I'm headed to New York anyway, and I have other people here I want to see. But this seemed exciting. I've never. You guys, are always on stuff like this.
Have you ever
but,
won 20,000 in a poker game before?
In a tournament, I've won more than
In a
that.
cash game?
In a cash game.
So I think you're going to win like 20,000 today.
What's that? I
think
that
you're
would
gonna
be
break
cool.
records.
I've never won that
Personal
much
records.
in a cash game, no.
And I guess from what you say about Eldridge's game, this could be a call here.
The same reason that earlier we saw Tilly call him off. He's a great player, capable of almost anything.
Against the guy I know nothing about, he triple barrels me, I'm probably going to let this go.
I call.
Uh-oh.
Super.
Yikes. Excuse me, we need more chips.
But we just brought more chips.
I know, I'm aware.
But we were just here like a second ago.
I need more again.
The same guy?
Yeah. Seat 7. More chips, please.
Matt Glantz, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow him at @Glantz Twitter. What?
I wouldn't.
Glantz Twitter.
Trump supporter.
Straddle.
Yes.
Straddle.
I know. Baffling.
Is that a thing now? We're just putting our Twitter names on our
Hear the
shirts? Is that a
musings and
thing
put
now?
the thoughts
I've got a
of
shirt
Matt
that says
Glantz
@Stapes on the back,
Twitter.
actually. I feel really
not all
embarrassed
you
to
hear.
wear it, but I have one.
At least it's on the back, so you don't have to constantly be looking at it. I mean,
It's also really hard to point at
And
it.
when Jen retweets me, I say #winning. Remember?
You go hashtag
Remember?
what, Witty?
Remember that?
Nah.
You liked it.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
that?
probably did. Yeah.
Unbearable.
I like when other people say clever things because then I'm lazy.
Jans Fried makes it 325. Suited King Queen.
3 1/4.
He's being ganged up on by Team Tilly Lock. They both.
Oh my God! I never saw that before. The hot seat thing. That's pretty cool. Did you see that? That's new. That's that logo on the screen right here.
Right, yeah.
Oh, so there's a satellite for the Poker Night in America cash game happening right now?
No, Stapes, stay. Stay where you're at. We need you for the rest of the show.
He's not playing any hands anyway.
Well, why can't we have an eight-handed?
That's flush draw.
Why can't we have an
I gotta
eight-handed?
go. I want to play the tournament anyway.
He wants Tilly with a pair of 8s.
Oh, you're going to play
He's
today?
playing this week.
Big trouble on the first hand of the show
I'm
with
just
a
telling
pair
you
of
the
eights.
Oh, I see.
I love doing this though. I wish that the tournament was yesterday. So.
Right. 3 tough players left.
And she's getting into more now.
Yeah. I mean, probably the 3 stronger.
Yeah.
First, second go. Again, the black hat would definitely be strong.
Big trouble.
So he plays online.
Is the time working out?
That
as
is
far
not a
as, like,
call at top pair. That is a raise.
As far as how long the satellite's gone? Good. They're getting close. It's going to end soon.
Bill's got a call with his overpair. Now, if I'm Gansfried, 2 overs and a flush draw, I might want to try to take this down right now, but I also might not want to risk all the money. I've already won Wyatt's poker so hard.
Whatever they want to do.
And you're going to get to see the turn.
Awesome. This is a great opportunity.
Yeah, there's the call.
Awesome. Cool.
So, that being said,
Oh, well, look at there.
It's actually a pretty dirty card to
He's
hit.
doing us a favor by just filling the seat until we have someone coming in. So he's going to play all day. He's going to play this all day tomorrow.
Gansfried obviously out in front now, and it shouldn't look like that bad of a card, and Phil just moves in.
Bring you all in, but
You put them all in, Phil?
I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing.
This is behind the line. This right here. So you want that too?
it was string.
I
You
don't
kind
know.
of put the 6K
Whatever the
out first.
casino rules are. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing today. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know. You know.
How much?
He said that's bad news when computers is how much.
I don't think Gansfried ever folds here, but this is obviously a serious decision for a guy who only bought in for 5K. This is a lot of money.
Absolutely. All right, that's what you're supposed to do. Computer said all in.
Looked like a good flop from my hand, but
Goodbye, Jennifer.
You have a king?
All right, let's see him. Turn him up.
And goodbye, Phil. You are drawing deed.
I have a very good chance of winning this hand.
so
One
you
out.
should have raised the. Wow, you must have.
It's.
You should have raised the flop.
I was just hoping you didn't have king, queen of diamonds, but I ran into it. All right. You got me covered, right?
Wow.
Whew. Guys.
You
The
had
robot
me
plays
beat
every
on
hand
that.
perfect. It's sick.
Wow, and Gansfried is absolutely crushing. Woo! When we come back, we'll find out if Tilly and Philly can stay out of each other's way or if this is bound to be a really awkward flight home after the break.
If I got a tattoo, it would be on my right hand, my chip throwing hand, and it would say fold because I cannot help it. I just keep liking to put the chips out there.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America from the Rivers in Pittsburgh.
If I still have money, I'll play tomorrow, yeah.
If he still has money, he'll play tomorrow.
They might have me wiring everything over. This could be my last buy-in.
He might lose it.
Right.
He might lose it all at 25.50. The whole kit caboodle.
Might have to restart. Go cut some lawns.
Go back to winning
rake some
WPTs.
leaves.
Yo, I'm trading out this one for these.
Sure.
Baker raising ace king. Eldridge on board with jack 10. Lance 3-betting pocket queens. Lady kings. Come on, Matt Glantz, make Poker Night in America great again. He's got 2 queens. It's a terrific hand, just the best. Everybody knows it's the best hand. Some people like Ace King in this spot. Not him. 2 queens, the best, just the best. David Baker 4-betting Ace King. Looks like Matt's gonna be putting in a 5th bet with his Lady Kings.
All in?
All of it.
Can I think now?
Now he's allowed to think a different web, because now you're basically tapping into the web of all humanity that's seen this. Now you.
And you got me with the facial before you went all in. I really didn't think you liked your situation, which makes me really think you have Ace King. But do I want to risk it all for just to get my 2,000 back? That's the question.
He's the best. That's why he wins all the money. You know, even though he's down,
Like
he's
he has
like a
Ace King, right? For sure.
fishing bobber. He'll just pop back up.
You want me to check? Can
Yeah,
I check?
David, wait 3 minutes and then see what the feed.
We're getting close, so you only have to wait a couple more.
He didn't want to, but he folds.
I think a lot of people at home are gonna go, knit, but seriously, flipping for 25K, I can't blame the guy.
Instead, he just lost 2,000.
That's right.
Right? I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but that's a lot better than getting stacked again after the second time. You were already stacked earlier.
Are you a bot?
And David.
He invented a no-limit heads-up machine. The first one, yeah.
Can you take like your hand off, your skin off, like
It's
Terminator?
it's only for heads up is the bot, so I can.
She was thinking,
Difficult.
like, are you like Terminator? Can you peel your skin off and reveal your inner workings?
Did you see Terminator? Have you ever seen Terminator?
Terminator.
The original.
I don't even like
With
ages
Arnold
ago
Schwarzenegger?
maybe. Yeah. What did he peeled off his skin and he was
and
a
to show that he was a
under?
robot.
Yeah,
That'd be so cool if I play the whole day and at the end of the session I'm
that
just
would
like,
be good.
That would be
yep,
really
I'm
cool.
Send it, David. No one can call. Just send it. Blind.
Don't give him ideas. No leading the witness in a multi-handed pot. You know.
Guys, no one can call, right?
Yeah, I like this 300. Why are you talking him into that?
Send it. Don't even make it like 1,500. Just send it. The whole thing. It's so rare.
I protest. I think you should only make these comments if it's heads up.
Oh, come on, Phil.
So-
He's not being
I
serious,
second
is he?
that. I think he should
You
have
know-
a 1-round penalty.
Because I personally like this $300 I have out there.
Oh, he didn't send it. He didn't do what I
Matt.
said.
That is a big re-raise. Guy folds queens pre-flop and then makes
No,
it 3,300.
I'm forced to
Queen
fold.
Jack.
My standard hand.
I can't call you.
All in.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
We got another race on our hands. This one more standard, like
what do you got?
tequila versus Jaeger.
Nothing. Yes.
What is the hand?
10-9.
Queen Jack. King.
What?
Like this is fun and sick and wrong, you know.
We all miss.
Seven's holding.
I mean, we wouldn't go past the flop anyway. Everyone misses.
Hold
Don't
on,
worry,
wait.
don't
Which
put
one?
the
Hold on,
slow
wait.
motion
Dealer. I want to be the pain.
I'm just gonna watch Jen's face because she'll tell me whether I win or lose.
Wait, which when you drop the card, do you flip or which way? I want to be. It goes this way. No, just do your natural thing. I just want to be the first one to see the death. Like the world's gonna see.
No, don't say what it is.
Just have him put it face down and you can
like
sweat
a
it.
4 of hearts.
No, it's fine. Just I don't want to interrupt the energy. Just do what
No,
you're doing. I
but
just want to
the
see it first.
energy,
That's all I
yeah.
want.
Right now.
Love him.
I'm actually at peace with it. It's such a wide.
negative.
It's a power. It's an easy flip. Anyone can
Right.
win.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Jack of Hearts. I'm not worried.
No, it's gonna be a
Face
4
down.
of hearts. 4 of hearts.
Wait, now squeeze. Let David squeeze it.
Nope.
Okay, good job.
Loses the flip, says good job. I like it a lock.
So a double up for David Baker. He doesn't have to go get more chips from the cage. He's just getting them from Phil Lock.
Thank God I went all in free. I would have never won this hand.
5-6 is true.
Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night in America. As we hit pause for day one, wow, Sam Gansfried, $22,000 in profit so far, his first trip to Poker Night in America.
I wonder if he's gonna lock it up now. $22,000 will buy you a lot of Knitcoin.
Well, being at the same table seems a little unlucky for Philly and Tilly.
Well, the good news is they don't have to listen to each other's bad beat stories when they get home. It's like, I know.
Right? Next time, we're going to be joined by the first ever winner of the Hot Seat Sit and Go.
That sounds like an absolute slam dunk product tie-in for my Stapes brand hot sauce, which also produces a Hot Seat Sit and Go.
Man. For more from Poker Night in America, visit us at pokernight.com or connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch for information, full episodes, and